We're live, people. We're live. Welcome to another Toronto Hoop Talk live stream. My name is Alaman. Today, we have a couple basketball games for the first time in a long time in the NBA. And I got a couple people joining the stream and the channel for the first time. I got fans of the two opposing teams playing right now. We got Ahmed and Fatur up in here. I see it's a slap. I see it's a slap.
Bro, I don't know what's going on, man. This is
FYI,
crazy.
Ahmed is a Celtics fan. He's not a Nuggets fan. Shame
Listen,
on
man.
you.
Listen,
Shame on
I've
you.
got the jersey, mate. You know what I'm saying?
Shame
I've got
on
this
you.
aside. You know what I'm
You
saying?
I
absolute
do
bozo.
agree
Shame
about
on
the
you.
shame
You're
on
a
him.
Celtics fan.
Listen,
Wow.
there's no shame. There's no shame. You know what I'm saying? That's
Shame on
that's my
you.
that's
You
my
are
Eastern.
a
That's
terrible
my.
human being after yesterday and now just today. Absolute
I will
disgrace
do
you are.
whatever I like, Feto. You can't do anything about that.
Glory Hunter. Pussy.
Hold it. If I'm a glory hunter, a glory hunter for Spurs is crazy. A glory hunter for Spurs is crazy. What do you mean? Big up, Alan, bro. Thanks for having me, obviously, on. I think it's my first time
Big
being on
up
your
to
show,
you
man.
guys. Yeah. Big up to you guys. I haven't even got the game on yet. I'm still sorting out the game, but
Bro,
I'm
man,
assuming you
LeBron
guys
just
have been
got,
watching.
LeBron's just been blocked, bro, by Christian Braun. Christian Brown, sorry. I always say Braun or Brown because I can't say his name properly.
Yeah, because who knows how that's actually pronounced.
Exactly. Yeah, man. It's, bro, Reggie Jackson's been all right so far. But yeah, it's 22-37 to the Denver Nuggets right now. So they're leading by 15.
Damn, so same old between these two teams.
Bro, man. You know what I'm saying, man. People were getting hyped over oh my God, LeBron just got dropped by Reggie Jackson. And here for a three.
Bro, it's like that.
Yo, it's nasty business, man.
It's like
Lordy,
that.
Lord. It's already like that, man. Man. He can't even get to the rim. Damn, he actually got to the rim, actually. I thought that in full bring, but hey.
What happened? What happens?
He literally cut through all the way to the thing and then got in there. Like, obviously, he could have been at one because there was like two guys on him. Because the Nuggets have got a lot of their young guys.
Right. Damn. Yeah, I thought just like, bro, it's in Denver, opening night, banner night, all that energy in the stadium, you know.
Lakers, you know what it's like, bro. You know what it's like, man.
Obviously.
Lakers probably integrating new pieces, still figuring out how they want to play.
That's first. What do you think about the Lakers, by the way? Because obviously we spoke about it on another show, but what are your thoughts on them? And do you think, you know, because I know Fatou thinks they're probably going to be like a top 4 seeded team this season. Do you think that somewhere around about there they'll probably get in the West?
Yeah, I think that place in the West makes sense. But honestly, for them, health is such a big thing, right?
Yeah, I think that as well, yeah.
Health is such a big thing for them. So it's almost like forget predicting where they are in the conference because that's just too unpredictable. The way I look at it is just if they're healthy in the playoffs, with a little bit of luck, maybe they could do something if things break perfectly. But like, I don't know. I know a lot of people like their role players, and I know a lot of people are high on them, but I just kind of have to see what it looks like first. I still don't have them being real, like actual contenders. I might change my mind if I get to see them play more. I'm still pulling up a stream for this game.
Fast.
Yeah.
Because the thing for me, because I was speaking about this, is that I do think they've got good pieces that they've brought in. But the problem for me, let's say, we know AD, you know, he's got the little, you know, the little plus, the medical meter, you know what I mean? Knowing him, yeah? If he gets injured, how much of that drop off between AD then to, let's say, who's the next best? Probably what, Christian Wood, for example? Or the other guy they got from like New Orleans, yeah? That the gap, like, that's going to be there. It's gonna be kind of big, you know what I'm saying? Considering what he's able to, you know, give you production.
Yo, their team is so heavy on role players. Like they don't actually have like real replacements for their big guys, but they have a lot of role players.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Same with LeBron. Let's say if LeBron, ain't hooping like he used to, we know he's 39 years old. If he even goes out, for example, from him to like someone else is like, that's the thing I was saying, isn't it? You know, so it's interesting to see, man. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they don't get injured too much, because you know, I think of basketball for me. I always like to see the best players play, at least in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yo, forget the playoffs. Even now, like when I heard that Bradley Beal wasn't playing, I got so pissed off.
Bro, it's all the time. These big 3 teams, bro. There's always one of them is always like got injured before they even start, bro.
It's always somebody.
That's what you know. What? Yeah, that's something I said about the big three. By the way, at the Phoenix, it's very rare these big three guys work. Like, only I think the recent one that comes to mind probably is what the Warriors. But
Yeah.
other than that, like, it's very rare at least in the modern era for these big three guys to work because either one of them is out, two of them is out, something just happens,
But
and
yeah, so
then
you know what it is with the like building the big three usually means like completely destroying your depth and destroying your
exactly,
supporting cast. So
hmm
then if somebody gets hurt, you get really exposed. You
exactly.
get really exposed. So that's what it is.
Mm. What do you think about obviously Milwaukee? They've some that Giannis has extended now. I think it's a 3 year, 887 million, somewhere around about that extension. Obviously, they got Lillard for another 2 years too, if I'm not mistaken. Is that how
Mm.
much? So, like, what do you think about that as a 1-2 push? Do you think they're probably going to be the first seed? I think it's probably between them and Celtics anyway. No,
Yo, I think they have the ability. The thing is, I actually don't know how much they're gonna care about the 1 seed. That's my thing with them.
mm,
If I'm them, I actually probably don't care about the 1 seed like that. Um, and also like at the end of the day, I think they're very dependent on Dame plus Giannis, like together. It's a kind of a similar situation where if one of them's hurt, I think they're in big trouble. So
ooh,
if either of them gets a knock, right, you rest them completely until they get back healthy. So it's just one of those things where like, yeah, I just genuinely don't know if they care enough to play through issues.
that's interesting, bro. I hear you on that one. Still, I hear you on that one because
Like I think Boston's a bit built for wins when their guys get hurt. So like if Jalen Brown is missing and Tatum is missing, I think Boston's built to get wins better. So for the
yeah.
regular season, I think they might get the 1 seed for that reason. But all things considered, I still think the Bucks are the better team. I still think I have them to be the team that does damage in the playoffs. And yeah, I have them getting to the finals.
Oh yeah, man. For me, like losing Rob Williams in the having to lose him is a big loss for me because under losing Grant Williams, I feel like that's a less of a loss, but losing him because of like the
Yeah.
height and like that defensive thing he can give alongside Horford was a big loss for me, man. Because like you've got Christoph Porzingis now. That guy says he's not giving you that much defensively. I'll be real, man. He ain't giving
Yo,
any.
they're so Kristaps dependent though, because I feel like if
That's what
Kristaps is out, they're actually scrubs in the front court.
exactly.
They're
they, we ga-
actually scrubs.
I feel like we gave too much of the our height away when we were doing the trades for when we gave that trade away for Drew Holiday essentially and Christoph
That's
Porzingis.
you got smaller around Porzingis. So like
Mhm.
now you have to hope that he holds it down
Like
for
he
as
just
long
had
as
like
he
a
can.
leg injury just recently, and which meant he was out for the FIBA World Cup.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's not looking. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens with the Celtics in it, man. These guys, man.
Yeah. When the game is back for you guys, let me know where you are like in the game because I want to make sure my stream isn't too far behind.
Oh,
One of the
fast.
preseason watch-alongs I did, the stream I was on was like 2 minutes behind, and then somebody in the chat had to let me know, like, yo, the hell
Damn.
is this? Catch up. So yeah.
What are your thoughts on
But
Toronto,
yeah,
man? Didn't get your boy Lillard as well. People were saying, that's the other destination, the secret destination that might be happening. You didn't
yeah,
get a
that
superstar.
that was always weird because people would say that mainly because of the Kawhi situation, right? And the whole
Mm-hmm.
idea that like Toronto's going to swoop into the superstar trade frenzy and get the guy. But they're such different situations, and Dame actually had a lot more power than Kawhi did. So I always kind of felt like until I hear Dame say that like I actually want to play in Toronto, that's not really something that should be taken seriously. So I'm not surprised that they didn't get Dame. As far as what I expect from the Raptors, it's a very hard thing to figure out because the last 2 seasons were so different. And
Mm.
the team is actually pretty similar. You could say like the core parts of the team are the same. Now, like
Well,
there's
my
obviously
game's just
changes.
started, bro. Sorry, my bad. My
Okay,
game just started.
cool. No, that's all good. But yeah, the core of the team is the same. The pieces around the core are different, and obviously the big change is the coach. So I think they'll be better than expectations because expectations are so low. Vegas has our over under at 36.5. Yeah, I think we're easily going to get 40 wins, but well, obviously, like we're not going to win a playoff series, and we don't even actually have a real direction. So that part of things is kind of weird. But I think we'll figure something out at some point. I think this year will help us get direction.
First. Obviously, I know Scotty Barnes. I feel like his second season didn't go as great, maybe as his first season. Hopefully, he can improve this season. I know that you guys are quite high on him as well.
I think he like basically, I think one of the things about having such a good rookie year is you might start to feel yourself too much. I think rookie year, he probably felt himself a little bit too much.
First.
Because like as good as his rookie year was, it was in such a unique circumstance, being like basically the fifth option on the court and just like feeding off everybody around him. So I'm at 8-12 right now. Where are you at in the game?
I'm at 7-26.
Jeez, okay, it's a little bit late, but that's respectably late. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah. So like, I think that obviously that has no correlation with being like the leader of a team or a superstar, quote unquote. So like, it's one of those things where I think the fact that he got exposed the way he did last year is probably good for him. So he fixed his teeth. He got a bag and fixed his teeth. So hopefully, Invisalign Scotty is a thing.
Oh my God.
It is what it is. Confidence boost might impact different aspects of his life.
Oh, let's hope so, man. That's I'll be honest. That's quite funny, but I think man. Listen, we'll see what happens with Toronto, man. You probably will get into either definitely the plane, like the East is.
We'll be in the play-in for sure, right? It's just the
Yeah.
issue. The thing more is like, can we sneak into the 6th seed? But honestly, that's more important, more dependent on the rest of the East. Because I don't know. Let me look at these teams.
Yes.
Miami low-key may have taken a pretty big step back, right?
Yeah, they have. I agree with you, bro. They've taken a step back, and I know I was speaking about like the I think it was the GM. I forget his name quickly. He was
Riley?
making the point. Yeah, Riley apparently was making the point that they need another 25 point per game scorer, which is ironic because they were going off the Damian Lillard. Like the only guy that's available right now, he's basically the antithesis of heat culture. You know what I mean? Anti-heat culture is James Harden, which they would never go for. Literally,
hell no. James Harden would never pass those fitness tests.
That's what I'm saying. He's the anti-heat culture in it, so there's no way. That's the only guy I can see available right now. But if they were to go for some.
This is the thing. So like they're so dependent and they're so strongly like hoping that Tyler Hero develops, and that's such a sad situation to be in.
It's not happening.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
Honestly, man, they should have really paid one of their guys, man. Honestly, what's his Gabe Vincent? I don't understand why they didn't pay at least Gabe Vincent, so they could have kept some level of point guard just in case the Dame Lillard trade did happen.
I agree. I think them thinking they can just find another Gabe Vincent because they created him, like kind of thinking we created him so we can create another one. I think that's a big mistake.
Exactly. It's very because like the thing is, listen, let's not get it twisted. You guys do a great job at what you're doing, right? But the problem is, it took Gabe Vincent like a couple of years for him to become.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
And like now you're in the championship period essentially.
Yeah.
So, and you've lost him now. Who are they playing now? Point guard? I actually didn't even watch some of their games in preseason. But like whoever they're playing there now is basically stage 1 of Gabe Vincent essentially, because that's who they probably got.
I got a question for Ahmed.
Go ahead, bro.
Are you Celtic fans or Nugget fans this season?
Oh dear. Okay, let's move on, man. Bro, I'm of course I'm a Nuggets fan. Like the thing, I always make this point here. I always support the Celtics when they become a serious team. They're not serious, bro. Like all of us.
Are you mad? Have you seen this? Jalen Brown, Tatum Porzingis.
That's not serious team. You're not serious, man. Until we start getting serious.
Fatou, you should have been there during his last day as a Celtics fan. You should have been there. He was freaking out on stream.
Bro, I'll tell you my prediction this year, this season. At Suns number one, Nuggets, Lakers, Clippers, Mavs, Warriors, T-Wolves, Grizzlies, OKC, and Spurs.
You think Wembanyama's gonna get these guys into the 8 seed that fast? I don't know, man. Big up Wembanyama, but like he needs to stay healthy first, big man. When I mean by healthy, like obviously he needs to maintain the health because of like his height and everything.
I'm not sure.
Yo, if he pans out, I actually think he will. It's like, and by pans out, I mean like there's no adjustment period to the NBA. If he steps in and just takes the league by storm, yeah.
I'll put Spurs in there just basically on, let's say,
say heritage.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, cool. Welcoming to the stream somebody that's been here quite a bit. Shout out my guy Nico. Shout out my guy Nico. Nico,
hey, how y'all doing?
Hey man, big up, bro.
Big up, man.
Bro, Nico, Spurs 8 seed. What are you saying?
8 seed. I don't believe so, man. I don't believe Spurs are gonna be the 8 seed this season. I'm not gonna lie. I think the Wembanyama craze. I mean, it is, to credit to him, he is a hell of a ball player.
Yeah.
But I don't think him alone can do that. I don't think Jeremy Sohan and David Vassell and Keldon Johnson is going to take you there. There's still a lot of factors that got to play in. I mean, you have Coach Pop, but Coach Pop can only do so much with kind of broken tools in that team. So I don't know. They need a little bit more experience and a little bit more cohesion. I don't think they've really got enough much to at least with Wemby. So.
I think the biggest hurdle is also probably the fact that the West is just so strong. Because I could see let's just for the sake of it, accept that Wemby just steps into the NBA and dominates. He just there's no transition period. He just steps into the NBA and starts hooping. Then okay, maybe you can get an 8 seed in a weaker conference, but the West is going to be stacked this year.
Yeah,
I agree.
Go ahead, bro. It's fine.
Oh, all right. So I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I was watching the Vegas spreads for all the teams in the West and the likeliness to win the conference, and there's 6 teams that have the same odds, and they're bottom 6 teams. Yeah. So I don't think you can just put such a fledgling core in such a high spot for now. I think they're still going to be low.
Nah, I hear you. You know what it is? I'm just so interested to see what a defense anchored by Wemby looks like in the NBA, because literally we've never seen it.
I mean, it looked awesome against the Warriors. I can't wait to see what else they're going to do this season. But
they're an interesting team. Yeah.
Warriors.
I'm looking at the teams that I probably would say would be around about 6th to 10th, right, or 11th. Is it 10th or 11th for the playing team? Is it?
Yo, it's up to 10th. But real quick, before you get to that, shout out to Sarcasm City for the raid. We got a bunch of viewers all of a sudden. Big up to you guys, man. Make sure you guys like the video while you're here. Subscribe to the channel. You guys probably know me, Ahmed, and Fatur from Sarcasm City. So you know what I'm saying, if you fuck with us, make sure you support what we're doing. Subscribe to the channel. That's definitely gonna help with the growth. And yeah, tap in with us. There's no NBA stream on Sarcasm City till the second game, so you guys can come kick it with me before that starts. But Ahmed, you don't have shame. You a Boston fan, so Nico, details. This guy was a Celtics fan for his whole life until the middle of the playoffs last year, where he snapped. He said, "You know what? Jaylen Brown dribbles like a Republican. I'm done with this guy." And he's been a Nuggets fan ever since.
Man,
listen, man. Until we become a serious institution, you know what I mean. I don't follow these men anymore. They're not serious. You know what I mean?
I understand.
That was mad, but. Yo, I was thinking, from the 6th to 10th, you probably have Memphis. Once I think Ja comes back, you're probably thinking maybe something can happen there. OKC will probably be in around there, I would say.
I like that.
Minnesota? Do you think the Timberwolves?
Wait, hold up. What are you assuming is 1 to 6? I'm just curious.
Probably the 2 Laker teams, Denver most likely. Phoenix is probably going to be in and around there, I would say, if they all fit, of course. Touch wood. actually tough after number 4. You know, damn. Golden State probably will make it somehow. I would say maybe.
Yeah.
And then the final team, that's 5 in it. So then we can go from 6 onwards. Actually, yeah, I'll say those are like the locked in 5. From 6 onwards, I feel like it's a bit of a jig up because I feel like New Orleans have got what's it called?
Yo, that's actually a good conversation though. Who specifically ends up at 6 if we accept that the Warriors, Nuggets, Suns, and the 2 LA teams are 1 through 5?
Do you think Sacramento can reproduce what they did last year? Because like I don't know if I think they kept the.
Can is a word. Like I think they can. It's just the issue is will they? Like
That's the thing, innit?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Hold
man.
up. What are the major changes they made? I forget. Like what did they do this offseason?
Actually, let me check that.
I legit forgot. Hold up. Yo, I actually don't know if anybody's new. They got a new rookie.
Wait, what team we
Sasha
talking about?
Vezenkov.
Sacramento
The Kings.
Oh, the Kings. Yeah.
Was Kevin Herter on the team last year? Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
No, but he was bricking
he was.
those key threes, man. Remember? I remember
that's
that.
true.
Oh,
slowed down
Chris
towards the end.
Duarte is probably the most prominent new player. Damn,
Man,
they got JaVale McGee.
I don't think I've ever really been high on Duarte after that move. I don't think I was moved by that Duarte trade.
Yeah.
He just don't got it anymore, I feel like.
Yo, I feel like if a team like Indy that's looking to give minutes to young players decides to quit on you, that's a bad sign.
It feels like they got the same team, so they probably could run it back. But
yo, you know what it is? I feel like being the same team isn't good if you're trying to play at the highest level because like they played against you last year. They tried whatever they wanted to try to stop you. Some shit probably worked, some didn't, but they get more opportunities to kind of like continue to troubleshoot a game plan that they already started troubleshooting like last year. I just think that like you don't present anything new to people. That's not a good thing.
That is fair.
Fair.
Do you think what Memphis could probably make the 6? If it how long it's 25 minutes days out for Ja. But then again, the thing is out, isn't it? With a season and the injury.
Crazy hypothetical. What if the Thunder make the 6th seed?
I feel like people are a bit too high on the Thunder, you know. Listen,
bro,
I know they
the
got
SGA hype is crazy. Keep in mind where you are. This is Toronto Hoop Talk. This is the home of SGA.
I understand. I'm not even. I actually don't think it's SGA if I said that I have the issue when I say there's like a lot of hype.
Of course.
It's the other guys, you know. The other guys.
Your other issues are, the band-aid for me is SGA. Like if you say, boom, I don't know if their bench is good enough. Bang, I'm hitting you with SGA. You know what I'm saying?
So you just say SGA is the answer.
Like, yo, Chet isn't gonna stay healthy. Bang, SGA. Like I'm just throwing the SGA band-aid on everything.
I was actually gonna say something about Chet. It's his first season, isn't it? So like, you know, are we really gonna be thinking? You know, are we really gonna be saying he's gonna become like what 18, 20 already? Like in his first?
So hold on. Who did they add somebody? Let me see. 1 second. Let me look at the squad.
Don't they have a good rookie this year? Hold on.
I was gonna say, I was like, okay, because I know they got obviously so. I don't think so. But to be honest, yo, like a lot of their players start like Jalen Williams, him rounding into like his role that happened last year, so they're kind of set there. Like they got Giddy, Chet, him, Shea. That's 4 spots locked down. Depending on like what they figure out that they need, they could play a bunch of guys.
Yeah, they also have Usman Dang coming into his own.
Yeah.
I feel like he might be the surprise player of the Thunder this year. Like everybody has such high expectations, but I feel like it's gonna be overlooked by this young man right here. He's really good, and I think that's probably gonna be another one of those players the Thunder pulls out of their ass.
100%.
They've got so many first picks, you know. Like I don't know, man.
They have so many prospects. They're just gonna hit you with a new prospect like every 15
They
years.
even like Chelsea, man. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, though,
They
Actually,
literally,
though.
they're moving like Chelsea, man. Every time I'm hearing they got another guy that's come out, first round pick. It's too much, man. They need to chill.
But yeah, like realistically, the contenders for that spot, it's Memphis, New Orleans, I guess.
You know what, man? I'm surprised no one's
I
speaking about
guess.
Dallas. Is that just because we just
Because of
lost
what
belief?
happened last year.
We just don't
Because of
believe in the Kyrie.
yes.
You know what I mean?
Yo, but
Yeah,
what
man.
reason do I have
Bad
to
guy.
believe? Like, what's gonna change?
Yeah, I don't really believe in Dallas. I mean, they might perform a little bit better than next year, but there's so much competition that I don't think that Kyrie and Luka is gonna break the mold. I mean, what you got, Grant Williams? I don't think that guy's gonna move the
He's not
needle
moving
either.
them,
Yo,
man.
they
All
got.
he's doing
This is the
is
thing.
aggravating players.
As a reformed Celtics fan, you know the issues that Grant Williams presents. You know.
Absolutely.
I liked him so much last season. You know?
I don't think Grant.
I'm a McT. Why are you talking like that, man? And then he missed them both. Oh my God.
Look, I think Grant Williams was only a needle mover against the Raptors. I feel like I've only seen him play really good against us. That's about it, to be honest.
Bro, he
Like,
only had
only-
one good game. You know, the season we went to the finals and we got
Yeah.
like 4-2'd by the Warriors. Like the final game against what's it called? I forgot the name. The Bucks. Like, you know, he started hitting
He shot
threes.
18 threes, but didn't he
Yeah.
get up 18 though? Like, I'd hope you make 7 if you get up 18 in a playoff
I
game.
can't lie to you. Levicki was just going for him straight. Giannis was just going for him non-stop
yeah,
all the
of
time.
course.
You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy.
I just feel like the only two big needle movers for the Mavs is Kyrie and Luka, but I don't know how
Yeah.
well they work together. I mean, they did pick up
hmm.
Seth Curry and Derek Jones Jr., but again, those guys aren't.
You got to hope that Kyrie actually, you know, finally plays good basketball because, like, the thing is, for a while,
Hey, Kyrie's been hooping.
Now, he hasn't been. When I say he hasn't been, I've been hooping. I mean to his level. You know, the level that we know that he can
I mean,
be at.
he scored a 60 bomb last season. I think he's.
I don't know, bro. I'll be real, man. He wasn't cooking like he used to. Like,
Yo, you know, but I think what it was last year was like I don't think the issue was Kyrie or Luka. It was the players around them, right?
Absolutely.
And then if you look at their like roster around them right now, they're actually depending on young players. Like they're gonna need something out of Josh Green or Omax Prosper or Derek Lively, right? And I really don't know if those guys are ready to give them meaningful stuff right now. Like Maxi Kleber can only do so much for so long. This is not Germany, big man.
Bloody hell, man.
They got a fossilized Markieff Morris on that roster. I just don't think
100%
make any leaps.
All he's doing, man, is just getting technical.
And it's like every time you play Denver, Jokic is gonna see Markieff Morris and says, you know, I got to give these guys 60. Like it's a Morris twin on the court. I need to give them 60. So now you're always getting clapped by Denver. Right? That's 4 losses right there. Yeah, they're just banking on some strange guys outside from Kyrie and Luka. So
this is
I don't believe
team. It's a very weird.
You know who people have been saying like their sneak playing team? Yeah, I saw this on YouTube recently. Was the Houston Rockets, and I was like,
that's criminal. That's criminal.
That is great. I was like, what?
That's criminal.
Man, we really saying what's it called? I always forget his name, Mr. You know what I mean? You know, Mr. I'll shoot threes and miss them all the time. You know, he's really.
Who are we talking about?
You know who, man? Mr. I'm defense against LeBron. I'm gonna guard him. You know.
Oh, bro, here's the thing, right? We do not tolerate Dylan Brooks slander after the FIBA World Cup. Dylan Brooks is him, and I'm fully supporting him. I'm all the way.
Bro, this is shameless behavior, bro.
It's not shameless, bro. The guy gave the US 40 points in a medal game, bro. He's him. He's him. I don't care.
All right. If you're that high on Dylan Brooks, give me a little bit of a.
Let's go. Down by 9. Well done.
And our resident Lakers fan chimes in once his team's not down 15. You know what I'm saying? Single-digit deficit celebrations. Let's go.
Let's go.
That's a crazy background. I love it.
And that's heritage there. That's heritage. Ahmed, that's heritage there.
Thank you for letting me know, Broski. No problem.
Heritage.
But yo, Nico, what were you saying about Houston?
All right. So, what are your stat predictions for Senor Dylan Brooks?
Oh, stat predictions in the NBA. Okay, so I get that it's a red jersey, right? But it's not a Canadian jersey. So, shit. Okay, let me see what he did last year.
I think he was at 8-10. I think last season, no.
My fault. I timed out.
All good, all good, all good. I'm looking up his stats from last year to get a realistic, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, go
view
ahead.
of
Go
what to
ahead.
He had
expect. So
14.3 points per
no, no,
game.
no, don't trust me, trust me. Hold up, I gotta start at a certain point first.
Oh dear.
Okay, so he played 30 minutes, right? I think that's going up. He got off 13.6 shots. That's going up. Between more minutes and a bigger role in the offense, I'm expecting a cool like 16, 17 shots a game, which is probably a little bit nasty, right? Field goal
Okay.
percentage, 39%. That shit is going down with the higher volumes. So I'm thinking like look for 37% from the field. He shot 32% from three. You know what? That's where I'm gonna bless him. I'm gonna say with a higher volume, it stays the same. Um,
Okay.
Rebounds 3.3. Again, more minutes on the court. Look for 4.2. Assists 2.6. You know what? 3.1. Where's the fouls? The guy averaged 3.3 fouls. Yeah, I see four because I think he's going to be wilding on the perimeter. So,
Okay.
the points were 14.3. Man, I'll give him 18. I'll give him 18. Super,
Okay.
super reasonable predictions. But again, like that's my guy in a Canadian uniform. He's still wearing
Yeah.
red, so he might get some of the powers. But Houston is not Canada.
That is true.
That is
Mm.
true.
We aren't in FIBA anymore. Real.
Oh, they
Yeah,
got
we're not.
Oladipo on the
We're
Actually,
no.
talking about the
What's that?
Rockets, how do you guys feel about Amen Thompson?
So I actually think
Are y'all sold?
when did I saw him in summer league. I think he'll benefit from minutes. I think he's still really like he's really early in his development. There's a long road ahead of him. So like I think calling whether he's actually gonna like make it or not as a top level player, I'd rather call it having seen like half a season in the NBA, but like he's like one of those like classic raw players with all the like attributes that you
tools?
want to see. Yeah, exactly. All the tools, but then like also realistically, I feel like he needs a good 2 years of just like let him play basketball. Don't worry too much
I
about the
see.
results and just let him like grow from the experience.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think he's as raw as people think he is.
Yeah.
I do believe. Yeah, I believe his quote unquote leap is gonna come sooner rather than later.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So how do you see his rookie year going?
Of course, I mean nothing too stellar, but I definitely can see him up there in the all team for his rookie. I don't see why not. I believe, he's probably gonna get more minutes as the season rolls along. I think he might even replace Dylan Brooks in that starting lineup. He is that talented. If he gets more reps, I think he can do it all, to be honest. I mean, the dude can pass, he can guard, he can drive, he can kind of shoot. So I don't see why not he can develop sooner rather than later as people are expecting him to be. Maybe not a top player in the league or anything, but an absolute force. I believe so.
That
I
makes
don't
sense.
think
What
it's,
kind of role do you think he could carve out for himself? Like, let's say by like
I
year
think
3.
by year 3, I think what people wanted Thaddeus Young to be.
Oh, true. Okay, that's an interesting
Yeah.
shout.
Absolutely,
That's an
very
interesting
athletic.
shout.
He can
Yeah.
do all sorts of plays. He can shoot it very well, but everything at a high level, not like a jack of all trades, master of all of them.
Oh, okay, true. That sounds
Yeah,
fire.
yeah.
Because I'm looking at it right now, right? Like their starting lineup is probably going to be what? Van Vliet, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks,
Jabari and
Alperen
Şengün.
Şengün, and then who?
Jabari Smith. I think
Oh,
he's gonna
right.
start.
Okay, yeah, that
Yeah.
selects itself. So then, yeah, if
Yeah.
he's coming for somebody's spot, it's definitely Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, it's definitely Dylan.
I
But
mean, that's cash money if he's able to do it.
yeah, but the thing with Amen, I feel like he just has such a great IQ and great body for what his play style is. He can be what people thought Thaddeus Young was gonna be back in back 12, 13
2008,
years ago. Yeah, 2008.
2008, some shit like that.
He's probably gonna be, Thaddeus Young on steroids. This season's not
Yeah.
gonna be anything, like all-star level or something that's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be
yeah.
box office, but it's gonna be a little nod to the future of what that man can do. Same with his brother.
Yeah.
Those two
I
are
saw,
He's in
I saw
Detroit,
his
innit?
brother a lot in summer league. Yeah, I saw him. I watched 2 Pistons summer league games. Don't ask me why, but yeah, he looked really solid. And like in his case in particular, like given that it was a summer league context, it's not really obviously like that translatable. But I remember seeing him and like reacting to it like, damn, okay, this guy can play more than I thought he could. And I think a big part of like you talked about people thinking that they're probably like more raw than they actually are. It's probably because of where they got drafted from. Like they got drafted from like some bootleg social media ass like basketball league, and that's probably like, you know, like that probably contributes to the image. But like I did see the guy on the Pistons in summer league hooping. So we'll see.
He's really good. And the thing is, they can both score. They can both score at a high level. I mean, they're sneaky scores. I think they're gonna be sneaky scores too.
Yeah. I mean, this is interesting because like this conversation started with Ahmed saying that people have Houston as their sleeper team, and like this kind of a dynamic is why like I think they can't be a sleeper team, because like I just think they're still pouring into a young talent that's developing, and in a conference as tough as the West, I don't think that means wins. And like let Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet feel like they need to shoot themselves into justifying their contracts, and that's a L. Like, you know, every single game.
Dylan Brooks is doing that though. That's the thing. I don't feel.
They're
I feel
both
like
doing it, bro. They're both doing it.
Listen, man. I've got some faith in VanVleet. I've got faith.
Yo, but that's the problem though. Is if like realistically, all the young players should be getting the shots. Like those dollars that they're putting into their bank accounts should basically be for like babysitting and mentorship and coaching and, you know, chaperoning, all those kind of things. It should not be about getting jumpers up.
Exactly. But again, I mean, he is Fred VanVleet, and what does Fred VanVleet do? Chuck 30-footers.
Chuck.
So
I hope Sengun continues to evolve, man. I like him as a center. You know what I mean?
Sengun?
Oh, Sengun is such a good basketball player.
Yeah, man.
He's so good. If he can get those defensive reps up, if he can gain a little more weight, he's going to be so good.
Facts.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what, man? Clippers, bro. You know what I mean? Is Kawhi ever going to be fit? You know what I'm saying? Is
probably not.
Is PG ever going to be, you know, fit? You know what I'm saying? You know, you know Godzilla alum, right? It was like, listen, you got the best team. You got.
I really wanted him to show up. I really.
I
dropped the. Yeah. What's that?
Did you know what minute was that though? Because you said that though. Ahmed.
What minute? I don't know.
I don't remember, bro. I think it was on Twitch, no?
Was it no, was it now or so?
No. This is in our previous stream.
Bro, he says it all the time.
What's the times on the preview though?
I don't know, bro. How can I know that?
I have no idea, bro.
Yeah, but like he was always saying like we've got the best depth and everything like that, and I always agree with him.
The issue for me, always getting gas, man. Yeah, 100%.
But the issue for me, I always say when it comes to the Clippers, right, is that can Kawhi Leonard please play a playoff series for me? You know what I'm saying? That's one playoff series, bro. You know what I'm saying? I need one.
The answer might be no, but the answer might be no.
That's the problem. Like, that's why it just comes back to me. Like, if you can't do that for me, what's the point of having, you know, all of these, you know, guys that you have for depth, innit? That's because, like, for me, PG again. I know playoff P sometimes good. Let's be real.
Let's be real. His podcast is too cold. His podcast is too cold for him to care about the basketball team like that.
I agree.
That's the reality. If they lose Kawhi, they lose him too.
Look, I got a little bit of a take on the Clippers. I don't know if it's a hot take. I don't feel like it's a hot take. But I saw somewhere around that Philadelphia's asking price for James Harden was Terrence Mann and 2 picks.
Yeah.
I'm taking Terrence Mann to the airport myself if I'm the Clippers GM.
Jeez!
I'm getting him a catering service, first class, charcuterie board.
Yeah.
I don't know why the Clippers are so high on Terrence Mann. I mean, he is 27. He's not like for the longest time. I thought dude was like 21 because I saw this young budding superstar, bro.
Yeah, that's for sure, bro.
And like, look, I know like he's had his problems, but you just signed Josh Primo to a contract. That's a young guy that can get you some production. So. Look, Terrence Mann is a person they can afford to lose. I would start Harden off the bench because I don't think that starting unit needs a Harden right now. I mean, at least for the games that like half of the roster's hurt, sure. But if they want to play some winning hoops, I think they should start James Harden off the bench. He's going to have to let go of whatever ego he has. And again, the Clippers you could argue that the Clippers are the deepest team in the league. I mean, you look at their bench; they have a crazy bench.
But that's what I'm saying to you, bro. They have the bench. It's just the guys that the two
Stars,
main guys they
they're
need.
not playing games.
They're not playing, bro. Like last season, yeah. I remember I was listening to Clippers fan. They're like, listen, Dory, Kyle will be back for the playoffs. You start cooking. You know what I'm saying? He plays one game and then he's out. It's like,
Yo, the unfortunate thing is that Kawhi is a part-time basketball player. Like it just is what it is.
it is,
Right?
man.
It's just tough to win the game and to win trophies.
Look,
with
I
a
mean,
part-time
they've had a
basketball player.
whole offseason to record. They had like 5 years to get their shit sorted. If they can't have a well-oiled machine by now, I'll just dismantle the team, to be honest, because you can't be banking on, the promise of these two amazing players who are going to be Hall of Famers in Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Same with Russell Westbrook. And then they just don't show up to the games. Like, I'd be sick to my stomach if I'm a Clipper fan. I spend my hard-earned
100%.
money on some tickets.
You know how many like first round picks you've given away for these guys as well? Like,
Absolutely.
I don't think.
So
how many
here's the
first round
funny
picks have they
thing.
got left
They gave away
anyway?
Shea too.
They gave away Shea and the picks, but the picks haven't even been sent yet. The picks are going to start to get traded now because
Oh my
OKC was
God.
strategic about it. Let's get the picks on their downturn. So this is the thing. Like, good picks are going to go the other way.
Absolutely.
But like, I think like the point that people don't consider when it comes to the injuries, right? It's one thing for them to miss playoff games, and that's obvious nail in the coffin for that team. But the amount of regular season games they miss, it's hard to actually become a team, and it's hard to get those reps to actually be a cohesive unit together if you're not really even playing regular season minutes consistently. So like, there's a certain kind of Clippers season that we haven't seen yet that's equally as disappointing as the other ones, and it's the ones where like they don't play any regular season games. They come back for the playoffs. Everybody gets gassed, and then they just lose. Like that could happen. So like, there's so many different ways. Yeah, it's a vicious cycle, and there's so many different ways this team could disappoint.
Absolutely. I feel like the LA Clippers are like the toxic couple of the NBA, man. Like
100%.
Like, oh, we're getting
100%.
married next day, bro. We're breaking up. Like, come on, man. Just pick a side.
Just like dramatic Instagram story posts and everything, bro.
I'd say if in like 2 years this project doesn't work, I think they should seriously consider like a tough rebuild because this is not working at all. Like, sure, you got on paper maybe even a top 4 roster in the league. But what does that matter if you can't play games? Like you got to get on the floor and you got to make some buckets. I don't know. Plus, it's 2 very big holes to fill too. Because I feel like at least if Russell Westbrook doesn't play a game, you can replace Russell Westbrook as of now in today's league. But a Kawhi Leonard scoring and defensive output, same with Paul George. Those guys are elite on both sides of the floor. You can't just cover that. Without a worry. Who you're gonna put in? Bones Highland? He's not gonna do the same. Mason Plumlee.
Terrence Mann.
Terrence Mann's pushing 30 and he can barely score 20. Like, come on.
100%. Terrence Mann is only a viable option if Rudy Gobert is on the court. That's the only time.
Oh my God. Oh,
I don't know.
Can we? We're speaking about franchises that are failing. Yeah, there's one franchise. Yeah, I really feel like it's getting away with it in the NBA recently. Yeah, and that the in the Eastern Conference, they've got the reigning MVP currently. They are the definition of a failed franchise. That's the Philadelphia 76ers, bro.
Oh, 100%. Disaster waiting to happen,
bro. They spent almost a decade. The decade before they were failing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We are tanking for us. You know what I mean? When we make jokes about tanking for Wembanyama last season, these guys were really tanking. You know what I mean? The thing for whoever they wanted. They picked obviously Embiid. You know what? We can say that's a solid. We can say that's solid. We can move on. They picked Ben Simmons, who we all know how he turned out to be. They had 2 picks down. You had like Jaylen Brown. I think there's like a bunch of other guys in that same round that have turned out to be
100%. Yo, if Kawhi's a part-time basketball player, Ben Simmons is a work-from-home basketball player, man.
Bro, he's obviously the guy that's in Orlando that they got as the first round pick. Sadly, he didn't work out.
Markelle Fultz.
Because Fultz, but although with him,
Markelle Fultz's greatest career achievement is being name dropped in a J. Cole song, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. And then they obviously got my guy
Yo,
from
Jalil Okafor's greatest career achievement was knocking a Celtics fan out. Bro, like these guys' career achievements, not basketball related.
they obviously got Matisse Thybulle in one of their picks. They obviously they got Jimmy Butler. They traded for the other guy that's there now. And
The
they
other guy that's there now, you don't even know his name.
I refuse to speak his name. You know what I mean? After what did you, let's see. I think what's it? I forget his name again. I literally forgot his name. I was about to say, but
Tobias?
Tobias Harris?
Harris over me. Tobias Harris over
Oh yeah,
me.
Look,
Tobias Harris
let me,
over me.
let me tell you something about Tobias Harris. When you are running a franchise, right, you have to make a lot of decisions. There's a lot of good decisions and a lot of bad decisions. I feel like paying a guy like Tobias Harris $39 million is a terrible decision.
It's a fireable
$39
offense.
million.
Bro, that's
That
what
is
they did.
insanity.
And then they did all of that. They picked Tobias Harris over him. They brought in James Harden. You know, we all know what James Harden is like. You know,
Yo,
when they brought him in, I was like, that is a bad idea. That is something that's like something that's waiting to happen.
Look,
you
man,
forgot a big name, bro. You forgot a big name. Al Horford once got 120 mil from that
I
franchise.
couldn't believe
look,
that.
man, you could get 2 OG Ananobis with Tobias Harris's contract. Okay.
100%.
This is crazy,
This is
bro.
what
That's
we're
what I'm saying.
talking
Like they have made so many mistakes. They're now at a point here where they may have to restart again.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You,
sure.
you have
I
to,
mean,
you have
can
to
only
think
keep-
about the general managers they hired, right? So they hired Hinkie, who did all the tanking, right? Then they fired his ass for Elton Brand, who gave the 120 mil to Al Horford, who he played with in Atlanta. He just gave 120 mil to his man. Then they fired him for Colangelo, who they fired for having burner accounts. Right? and now they have Daryl Morey, whose name was in bottle service because of James Harden. They're 0 for 4 on the last 4 GM hires, and they've all been hilariously bad.
Daryl Morey is a
Man.
liar. You know what I mean? Let me. I will
Like,
not play for
how bad do you have to let it get for like a Hall of Fame player to call you out in public like that? You know,
Yo, there were so many kids in China going to a James Harden camp excited to watch and play basketball.
just to hear a Kanye-esque speech, bro.
But I was just about to say that. Yo, there were kids still like cheering and stuff, not knowing what he
Yeah.
was doing.
Yeah, they probably didn't even know what he was saying, but it's harder. So I'd be cheering too, to be honest. I don't like Daryl Morey one bit. Probably the
100%.
Oh my god, man, bro.
The man
Do you
is
think
delusional.
do you think Harden is going outside, guys? Because like I feel like he's kind of going
100%.
outside.
Now Harden's got the fat suit on and everything. He is not showing up to office. Like, he has to be traded. I mean, you have
Like
to trade him at
his career, like post like
It's been a disaster post Houston. I mean,
post Houston, it's actually been a disaster.
you could even argue in Houston it was a disaster. He didn't win anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, in
Like
MVP,
they brought him everything in Houston. They had Dwight Howard at one point for Dwight Howard, Chris
he had
Paul,
Chris Paul, Russell
Westbrook.
Westbrook. I mean, but credit to him with that Russell Westbrook lineup. I mean, he had a PJ Tucker as a center, so I don't think I'd be winning too.
Nah, you know what it is, right? Like with Daryl Morey, I just feel like when you root your whole basketball philosophy in mathematical outcomes that are like have the probability of happening, when you root your whole basketball philosophy in what has the probability to happen, and then you go out because you missed 27 threes in a row, which is so improbable. Yo, just the way God trolled him like that. Nah, Daryl Morey did either something really wrong in his life or a past life, because
That was crazy.
that's crazy.
27 threes missed. Yeah, I still can't believe that happened, man. Honestly, that
Bro,
is
that's actually
Yeah.
evidence that this is true. That doesn't happen to a truth
Oh
teller.
my god.
That does not happen to a truth teller.
Absolutely. I mean, look, if you're gonna make I feel like it's kind of on Harden too. Like, what makes you think you're gonna make an under the table deal with Daryl Morey too? Like, how do you even trust the person? Like, how do you even trust any GM to do an under the table thing? Like, come on,
Yep.
when it's that much amount of money, I don't think it's gonna happen.
exactly.
So I don't know. They're kind of not doing it. Also, Lakers getting a little close to the
I
Denver
was gonna
Nuggets
say
as we've been talking.
5-point game. I showed up and it was like a 20-point game. We have a game, people. But big up to Time to Shine.
Yo, shout out to Tayshaun
And
Prince.
one.
Wait, Torian?
I mean Torian. Oh my God, Tayshaun. Torian Prince scoring the same amount of LeBron James. They both have 10 points.
Yo, Torian Prince, greatest rebounder ever, bro.
Man, Austin Reeves having a solid game too. 8.7 rebounds, 2 assists.
Hmm.
Actually, he's shooting kind of below average from the field right now. But yeah, let me see who's carrying the freight for the Nuggets. Jokic is crazy, man.
Listen, man, that is my guy. You know what I'm saying? Best center, man. Best
Jokic
center, man.
is crazy. 19, 11, and 3.
Casually.
Cash, he's laughing his ass off on the court, and he's making
Yup.
that. Reggie Jackson off the bench actually carrying the freight. No wonder why they let go of Bruce Brown. They got Reggie Jackson right there.
It's gonna be a big year for him. You know, it's gonna be a big year for him.
Absolutely.
And you have to the other guy. I think it's gonna be his second year. Christian Brown has like some sort of productivity too.
Yeah, I think he's the one. I think he's the one they're gonna lean on for the Bruce Brown things.
Yeah, no. I think it's probably gonna be Reggie. I wasn't that moved when Bruce Brown left. Sure, he had a nice Cinderella playoffs series.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's anything you cannot replicate. In a guy like Reggie Jackson.
I don't think it's anything special, but I also don't you think Reggie Jackson is a little bit small or lacks the physicality?
I mean, yeah, but you get that in other things too. You get that in scoring, you get that in playmaking, you get that in a more organized.
Oh yeah, you fill the gap with other things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So in that regard, yeah.
The things you lose with Bruce Brown, you're gonna gain with Reggie Jackson, and you can still run different lineups. You can still keep the whole game physical through and through.
Yeah.
As he said, they got Christian Brown up. He might step up. Who knows? Maybe he had a fluke finals. You don't really know, but the dude he's large. He can get some boards. So I don't see why not. They can moneyball this situation into replicating Bruce Brown's production.
Yeah,
and if Bruce Brown is the guy you have to replace, you're actually in good shape.
Exactly. Like, what does that front office know that we don't?
They let Burn Highland go, bro. I'll be real.
Shout out to Indiana though, giving Bruce Brown the big bag.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they're seeing. Look,
that's a decision.
I don't agree with that. I don't know what they see in them.
Isn't that where the what's it called? The former Celtics GM is at? No. Was that Utah?
No, that's Utah that has him. Who does Indy have? I forget who Indy has. It used to be Larry Bird, but it's not anymore.
Also, Torian Prince drained a 3.
Out here hooping. Yo, random fun fact about Torian Prince. I once dapped him up in the Atlanta airport.
Really?
Saw him in a Chick-fil-A line. Yeah. Nice. I was like, that's a tall guy right there.
That's a gentleman, though. Chick-fil-A is the greatest establishment. I swear to God.
Yo, here's the thing, right? I saw a really tall guy, and I was like, "That's not a normal human being.
Yeah,
that's basketball height. What the hell?" And I was like, "Hold on, that's Torian Prince." So then I looked up his IG to see if his hair was the same as in front of me, and it was. And then he got to the front of the line. He's like, "Can I get an unsweetened iced tea and nothing else?" And I was like, "That's an athlete thing to order." There. And I was like, "Are you Torian Prince?" He's like, "Yeah." And then I just dapped him up and said his rebounding quote is the best quote I've ever heard, and then went off about my business.
Yo, by the way, on the Nuggets, that's a real. Did you guys see the Nuggets ring?
No, I didn't see it.
But also, you're probably ahead of me. Yo, Nico, where are you in the stream?
No. I'm just looking at the scoreboard here in Bleacher Report.
Oh, true. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I'll look it up.
I'm not watching it. I'm just box score watching. But that Nuggets ring is pretty, actually.
Yeah, I feel like with the whole gold theme they have going on, they could do a lot of cool things with the ring.
Mind you, they didn't use that much gold on this ring. Also the ring splits up into another ring, so it has the banner inside of it.
That's nice.
Actually, the whole banner inside the ring thing is kind of cool.
That is really cool. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I love the little pickaxes too in the mountains. This is a really classy ring. I like this one. It's not too decorated or anything. I feel like it's just
true. The gold axes move. That's fire.
They move?
That's what it's showing here.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm watching a video here that's explaining like all the little details.
Okay,
And yo, it's a lot of cool shit they have going on.
nice.
That is quality, man. They should do that at football, man. You know what I'm saying? All you get is just necklaces. Crazy, man.
I don't know. Also, I want to
But,
get y'all's thoughts. Who's winning tonight? Is it gonna be Kevin Durant or is it gonna be Stephen Curry and crew?
I just saw what's it called? Beal isn't playing.
Yeah, Beal isn't playing. I'm pissed because I got him on fantasy.
Damn.
So
Who else is missing? It's him and Draymond, right?
it's him and Draymond are missing. This is kind of like I don't know. This is kind of like a weird get together. This match has some weird vibes, man.
I'll take Phoenix. I think Chris Paul is gonna do something to lose the game.
Oh yeah. If you,
No.
I forgot that they got the curse now, man. They got the curse on the Warriors, isn't it? You know what I'm saying?
No,
They
it's
won
just
on
they
a-
have his slow ass on defense, man. Like,
I'm going on the contrary side, man. I got Golden State and I got
Yeah.
a Kevon Looney double.
Okay, that's
Okay.
Chris Paul's work right there.
Absolutely.
I think
I
for
like
me,
it.
probably, you never know, man. Maybe Steph Curry opening night, you know, under the bright lights.
Absolutely.
You
Put
know
on
what
the
I'm
show.
saying?
So Time to Shine asks, how do we feel about our season? And R in this case is the Raptors, because Time to Shine's a Raptors fan from the UK. So you know what I'm saying? We got Raptors fans.
I'll let you
everywhere.
start alone.
Okay, so we're talking about how it's gonna go. It's gonna go higher than expectations because expectations I think are like absurdly low.
I agree.
I think that our coaching, the coach's approach to how we want to play is so drastically different from last year that we're going to learn that some of our issues last year were down to coaching, and then also we'll see some of our strengths that we had last year. Maybe not be exactly what they were, but the point there is just like things will be different. And I think generally it'll be good because we'll get to see more of our team. Our team will be less about Pascal carrying and it'll be more about other players, which I think we'll benefit from. I think the East is a little bit like it's there's a lot in the middle. I don't think it's a top heavy conference, but I think there's a lot in the middle. So like I think if we show that we're a little bit better than the average teams in the East, we can actually end up in like a 6th seed, right? But then like if we're we're just a fraction worse, we could find ourselves like 8 or 9. I think that part of the conference will be close. But yeah, I think we'll see improvements from guys like Scotty and OG. I think we'll see Pascal have less volume but more efficiency. I think we'll see obviously Pirtle and Schroeder, I think will be helpful for other players. I think we'll see Grady start to get minutes as the season goes on. What else do I see happening? What else? I feel like Chris Boucher could get traded.
That's not ridiculous to say that.
I feel like he could get traded. I think he's the kind of guy that will get traded. We have a lot of expiring contracts, right? And then we have a guy like Chris Boucher, who I don't think we actually like necessarily need or is like really a part of anything going forward. So I think we're gonna make a move. That's another thing. I think we're gonna make a move that doesn't involve our core pieces. I think Gary Trent is gonna have a platform to grow as a player off the bench. I don't know how I'm going to call that one yet, but I do think that's interesting. But yeah, shout out Leon, my guy from Montreal.
Hey, shout out Leon, man.
Hey, man, big
Hey,
up.
Leon, I know you're a Patriots fan. Are you a basketball fan too? Are you a Raptors fan? But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Nico.
All right, so yeah, I agree with you that expectations are very low, and I have kind of a bold statement for this season. I think we're going to exploit the hell out of a lot of NBA offenses. All right.
Let's go.
I feel like maybe they're going to underestimate the defensive capability of this roster.
Yeah.
And we're going to play a lot of showtime ball too. A lot of run and gun, fast pace movement. Maybe less transition threes. Maybe less 3-game in absolute. but I think we're going to exceed expectations by a lot as we did 2 years ago. So that
Right.
might indicate that we might sneak away from the playoffs directly, which I don't believe it's crazy to say. To be honest, I feel like we should be closer to 50 wins than 40.
I
Popular,
like it.
uncontroversial belief. So yeah, I think Darko, from what I've seen, knows how to exploit a lot of weaknesses in teams. So he tackles them head on, especially defensively. So I don't see why not he's going to do that like throughout the whole season. Plus, we can dish out strong lineup day in, day out. We can deal with injuries. As you mentioned, Gary Trent Jr. He said a couple times that he can benefit from. I see that he might have a bit of an incentive or 6 man of the year. I think he's going to do whatever it takes to guard number one free agents. I don't see why guys like are just going to fall out. So yeah, I think we're going to exceed Vegas.
Um, so the thing that I think you kind of got at, or something you said reminded me of it, but I think our approach defensively, right? I think it'll be better suited to the kind of players we have, because I think at times last year we aggressively defended as if we have an issue with our ability, right? Like it was almost gimmicky the way a team would. It was gimmicky in a way that teams would play if they didn't have ability, right? But we have the ability to just defend people one on one straight up.
Agree.
And yeah, and the fact that we would leave guys open to double team players that we could guard one on one, and give up open shots just because we wanted to generate turnovers last year was really stupid. Because the problem is like that was effective when it was new to teams. Once teams got accustomed to it, it was
Exactly.
predictable and easy to exploit. So the fact that we're going to sit back and be like, no, we're not bailing you out with a double team. You have to score
Exactly.
on OG and Obi one-on-one. I think that benefits
Exactly.
us. You have to
Also-
score. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry for interrupting, but I don't know
Oh
if
no,
you've
I was
noticed.
just gonna go crazy with the you have to score on Scotty Barnes, but go ahead.
Look,
Mm.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there has been a way more decreased influx of corner threes
Yeah.
against, because I don't know if y'all remembers, like Nick Nurse's Achilles heel was the corner three. Somehow there was
Yeah.
always an open corner three on the
Yeah.
defensive side. So from what I've seen, Darko is not allowing those things.
Actually,
Maybe
it's funny you say that. Have you heard the quote about that from Darko? Because he said it straight up.
Oh, I haven't.
So he said, he's like, defensively, my philosophy is to take away the easiest 3-point shot and the easiest 2-point shot, and that is the corner three and shots at the rim.
That's beautiful.
So that's actually been shown in what he's done so far. But yeah, that's definitely the case. Like last year, the thing is, right, again, if you're gonna double team somebody, if you're gonna double team the guy on the ball, usually like the first thing a team is gonna look for is like, can we get a shot in the corner? Because like that's the shot that everyone's trying to get. And if there's somebody who's wide open, like why would you not try to work the ball into the corner? And that's what teams would do, and they do it successfully. So between that and between all the open layups from just disjointed defensive possessions, like we're a complete flip defensively from a tactical standpoint, and like we're a pretty big flip offensively as well from a tactical standpoint. Our coach is basically the opposite of the coach last year.
I see.
Do you have like a high belief in this new coach? Do you think he's gonna, do maybe more so this team that you have currently?
So I have absolutely nothing to base it on because I haven't seen anything. But with the nothing I have to base it on, yeah, like
fair enough.
Based on what I've heard him say, based on the decisions I've seen him make, and based on the little bit of preseason that I've seen, so far so good. So far so good.
We're gonna play some very slimy, degenerate defense, and I'm all here for it. All right.
I'm with that.
It's going to be very frustrating to watch for other teams because, again, we do have that element of surprise. You don't know what Darko's going to pull out of his ass. No one's seen him. So,
yeah.
Hey, who knows? Maybe he has some trick plays up in mind. He's really good on the open floor. The schemes he's brought up during transition is surprisingly good. Like there was a little bit of hype around him on his transition offense, and he can definitely orchestrate a very fast paced game. That was shown a lot in the Bulls game. There was only a couple times where it really stopped in transition to just do a regular half court offense, which still is. It's looking good, but definitely you can see the struggles in the outside shooting. So we're probably going to have to rely on a lot of scoring opportunities inside the rim. But the transition game is there, to be honest. So I think Darko, he has the element of surprise on him. I just hope that for next year he doesn't bank on that a lot and actually has a foolproof plan on how to handle well-prepared defenses this time around.
Yeah, I think we basically need shooting for next year to be able to actually play like a proper team. Like we're just gonna have to live with the fact that we don't have good shooting right now and just like cope through it. But the plan should definitely be by next year to have a respectable amount of shooting. And like talking about the trades that we could look to make, that's probably the one. Like a trade that gets us some shooting. And if you look at the pieces we have to trade, if you look at Thad Young's expiring, Otto Porter's expiring, Malachi Flynn's expiring. Like there's a decent chunk of money there of guys that probably aren't big contributors to what we do next year that we could turn into a rotation piece who ideally could do some shooting. Now, like obviously they don't present a ton of value as pieces, so you'd have to figure that we have to attach draft picks to get any decent pieces, and like we already traded our first, so that's not lovely, but yeah.
Look, I feel like this year also, I don't know what Canada's employment fraud laws are, right? But we're gonna see if Otto Porter Jr. is really about that life, right? We're gonna see if he's a scammer or not, because I mean, the dude can break. He's made out of porcelain, from what I've seen. So I just want to see him get more than 50 games played this season. Man.
Yo, you know what it is, right? I learned this the middle of the season last year. I remember when Otto Porter Jr. signed for Toronto. I was like, oh, that's cool, right? And then I saw on Twitter, like, oh, Otto Porter's wife is from Toronto, so like that was a big factor in the decision. I was like, oh, that's awesome. That's nice, right? And then like he misses all these games, and it occurred to me, I was like, this dude doesn't want to play basketball, man. He just wants to chill with his wife.
Absolutely, bro.
That was the decision. It was in front of us the whole time. This wasn't about basketball.
It was a personal decision.
Yeah, it was a family decision. He's just like, I just want to raise my kids. You guys can cash the checks if you want to.
Exactly. That's it, bro.
He said, I can play the basketball, man. You know what I mean? I'm just here for the bag, you know what I'm saying?
He has just cashed the world's greatest retirement fund.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. That's one hell of a deal.
Yeah, you know how like Thibaut Courtois wanted to go to Madrid to be like with his kids? It's the same thing. Like Otto Porter was just like, I want to go to Toronto and be with my family.
Man, I mean, at least Courtois, he's actually playing, man. But damn, this is tough. Like
Courtois was a world-class goalkeeper, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference.
Otto Porter is a world-class fraud.
Look at the top, like that was objectively our greatest free agent signing in our team's history. Right?
Facts.
The dude is just like
the Lakers are getting torched, I don't know why your time is that slow, but it is.
Oh, Lakers they're down by 9.
No, they're 87-71 right now. It's 87.
Yeah.
So Google is tripping. Hold up. Let me refresh this.
I just refreshed here. 75-87. What's going on here?
They're getting torched.
Austin Reeves. I don't know what's going on with him. Let's see who's whooping.
Bro, I said this though.
It's Jokic, man. It's Jokic. It's Jokic.
It's the no. Second season, Lakers. Reeves, bro. There was a FIBA football, FIBA basketball. They were showing signs on how to stop him. You know what I mean? You never know, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that high on him, bro. I'm just telling you, man. You know what I mean? He's just the second.
Yo, what do they call him? Don't they have some outrageous name for him, like Lemon Daddy or something?
Yo, that is crazy.
They have some crazy name for him. Like
that is
once I heard
crazy,
that,
man.
I was like, "There's no way this guy's gonna be prosperous with a nickname like that. That's just not how it works."
Man, that is nasty. I'm surprised. Gabe Vincent, I need to check how many minutes he's been getting. He hasn't been getting that many minutes, to be honest.
He just got a steal. With what I'm watching, Rui in transition gets a dunk.
Yeah, man. Yes. I mean, Gabe Vincent has been lethal today.
Hey,
4 points.
look at this,
5.
Ahmed. Ahmed, the people want to know. The people
I'm
want to
letting
know.
I've
Hot
let you know.
topic.
I am a Denver Nuggets fan. You guys have
How
saw what
long?
happened to you last season. Listen,
How
I was
long is that
actually
gonna last?
very long time because like I was last season while I was a Celtics, I was saying the Nuggets. I'm a big
Mm.
fan of theirs. I think they're gonna win the title. I said that last season, and they won the title last season. So, hey, my belief in them is very high. The problem for me, was and I will say this again about the Celtics. Jason Tatum, he's not a serious guy, and I had hopes in Jaylen Brown. I was thinking, can you be that number 2 that can move it in? And then I
Can you
found
be
out. Then I
number
found out he
2?
was Hakim Ziyech. I found out he was just Hakim Ziyech, bro.
God.
He is.
I found out he literally
Hakim
is Hakim
Ziyech,
Ziyech, bro. You know what I'm saying, Arlen, bro? That's
Yeah,
Hakim
I know
Ziyech.
what you mean. It's just literally one-footed / one. See, that's what, because like you were saying, can he be the number 2? In my head, I was like, forget, can he be the number 2? Can he go left?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's what
Yo, it
we need
was
to know.
actually
Oh my
the way
God.
the Miami Heat exposed them. It was so bad, bro. Like they just said, go to your left, big man. No left hand at all, bro. I was watching, for example, there was like a video because they were training with the Truth in it, Paul Pierce, and
Yeah.
I was seeing he was doing some left hand dribble movement. I was like, listen, until I see actual game, until I see playoff time, he's using that left hand and driving. I'm not gonna make any comments on that one at all, man,
Yeah.
because that is nasty, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's really bad. It's
Yeah.
And then having Porzingis as your only center and losing Rob Williams for me, Jesus Christ, man. I can't believe they let him go. Rob Williams. I actually couldn't believe they had to.
Yo, I got a question for you though. What happens if the Celtics win the championship this season?
They can win it, but I'll just be saying it's an asterisk ring. It's an asterisk ring. That's the only way they win it, bro. Like honestly, for me, Milwaukee, like Giannis is gonna have a lot of fun against us, because I probably think it's gonna probably as long as the Milwaukee Bucks stay healthy. I actually think, because me and Arnold were saying this, the Heat have essentially regressed with the amount of talent they've essentially lost and not sort of replenished. So it's going to be between us and them, essentially, for me, for the 1 and 2.
What was the series last year between Miami and Boston? I think it was like Miami was up, like 3-1 or 3-2, and then Boston forced a game 7 and Miami won.
Yeah.
It was like that, right? Yeah, because I remember it's funny that like Nico asked the question about what if they win, right? I think when Miami was up 3-1, that's when you switched your fandom over to the Nuggets, and then Boston started winning games, and then the streets needed to know, Ahmed, your team's getting to the finals ever since you left. What happens now? Unfortunately, you never had facts. You never had to be put in the situation where it was Nuggets versus Celtics in the finals, and now people want to know.
It's not happening, man.
Okay.
The thing for me, and I'll say this, once it becomes Milwaukee versus Celtics conference finals, which is probably going to be, Giannis is eating. Giannis versus Porzingis. That's going to be like he's facing a cone, bro. He might as well just face a cone. Nice,
see,
you know what I mean?
See, I want there to be like a bunch of Celtics fans that just start watching these streams and like actually just like hit you with like traitor chants every time they see you. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, they can do that all they want, mate. They can
like
do
enemy
that
number 1.
Hey, man, I'm here to watch good basketball. You know what I'm saying? The Celtics, man, they
almost said good football.
I was about to say good football, yeah. They play irrational basketball, bro. I don't know what's happening, man. And like that's the other thing, Our game plan, is actually I hate our game plan so much because it's like we do the corner 3. We live and die by the 3.
It's because you don't have a real coach. Because you have Joey Mozzarella.
I know. Listen, I agree with you on that one, but I'm like, surely, guys, you have got Jason Tatum, whose bicep is probably bigger than my 2 thighs put together. You know what I'm saying, right?
Damn.
Yeah, literally. Can you not drive, get the 2? We have one of the best defenses. Our defense here was one of the best defenses. Go out there, defense. We can get the ball back. Go in front of the 2, and we're up by 1, guys.
Pause.
I don't know, man. You don't do that, bro. Because that happened as well in the Warriors series, when we had Ime Udoka. I was like, bro, stop. Put the time out now. Tell them stop shooting threes. Stop shooting.
You know what it is though? Like you said what you said, but honestly, I really don't think Tatum wants any parts of that life of just like going to the rim as often as he can in the playoffs and just dealing with that beating. Like, I think he's definitely happy and content and would rather just like chill and shoot mid-rangers. And
What's
like,
the point of going to the gym then? Why are you going to the gym, big man? You know what I'm saying? There's no point of going to the gym then, innit? Might as well just be Steph Curry, bro. You know what I mean? You see how slim Steph Curry is? Might as well just do
that killed me. What's the point of going to the gym, big man? That's a great quote.
That's great quote. There is no
Put that on a
other way.
t-shirt.
Yeah? There is literally no other way to put it. Why are you going to the gym, big man? You know what I'm saying? That's like saying to like a striker, yeah, in football terms, yeah. Go and don't go and just shoot outside the box. No point of you, being a bit more physical. What's the point?
Yeah.
Look, also I want to make a little parenthesis. Did y'all see LeBron get dropped by Reggie Jackson?
Yeah, I did.
I missed it. It might have been.
Bro,
Was it at the beginning of the game?
I don't know. Look at that highlight, but it was in the second quarter.
I'm pulling it up. I missed a part of that game.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, man. Listen, 39-year-old LeBron, man. It might be, you know what I mean? It might be time, bro. It might be time, man. I'm being
Hey, for tour, they're saying it's over for your guy LeBron Raymond James. Yo, let them know how you feel.
Yeah, see, look,
opinions of Ahmed only. I don't care of what
all of you. Look, even Leon.
I don't get what you think. You shut the fuck up for a second because you've been talking too much.
What is wrong with you, bro? It's 2 a.m.
He takes this stuff seriously. He takes this.
Your goddamn mouth. You've been talking too much as of late. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Just shut up. Just shut up. Yeah. Humble yourself. Sit down.
I don't need to humble.
Oh, he's back. The Lakers are back. He's back.
Someone put a leash on this dog, man. Please.
Damn.
This is crazy. You need to chill out.
See, this is what I'm saying. Whenever the Lakers cut the deficit to single digits, Tour is alive.
Yeah, man.
Calm down. Calm down yourself, Ahmed. Calm down. It's not over.
I am seeing this highlight where LeBron gets dropped, and I did miss this, and this is actually outrageous. That's Reggie Jackson.
That's that Carmelo Anthony Zais Up package right there with the.
Before this moment, his greatest career achievement was like hitting the shmoney dance in Brooklyn at the free throw line.
Oh my!
Now this is his biggest career achievement.
He's got a new highlight reel, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Show them to the ladies, man. You see me? Yeah, I put LeBron on the floor. You get me?
He can post this on his social media. That's crazy.
Hey. But yeah, bro, Leon, yeah, I know Leon's a Celtics fan. He loves the 3-point step, but that's what I'm saying, bro. That's loves dude.
This is true. We do have Celtics fans congregating to shit on Jason Tatum for this.
Tatum don't want to drive.
Bro. Listen, man. I hope Mazzulla gets, bro. You know Mazzulla, yeah. I can't believe he actually didn't get sacked this season because you know what he said. He said, "Yeah, I lost the dressing room. I lost the team." Bro, look, if that was said in football. Listen, if he said that, yeah, in footballing terms, yeah, he would get sacked, yeah, first thing in the morning.
Next day, bro.
Next day. How? I could not believe it.
You know what it is, energy. Right? Fact. Yeah. You know what it is? Like, for me, the fact that they had to hire him out of emergency, because that's what happened, right? They lost Udoka. They just had to scramble and just give the job to somebody. The fact that, like, they didn't recognize that, okay, we had to do that because we had to do that. Now we should actually go get a real coach. This guy would have never had a head coaching job probably for like a good 5 to 6 years if it wasn't for that crazy circumstance. It's a 3-point game now, by the way.
Yeah, it's a 3-point game.
84.
No, 6-point game. 6-point game.
6-point game.
True.
Yeah.
Reggie Jackson had something to say?
No, the center did.
It was Aaron Gordon who had something to say. He made a 3-point step back. But yeah, talking about Jason Tatum, look, a guy like Jason Tatum, I feel like he has.
I just saw the Aaron Gordon 3. That's cold. That's cold.
Look, Jamal Murray made a jump shot too, but look, Jason Tatum has probably the best whistle in the game. That man gets breathed on while he's driving. It's a foul. Like, they sneeze on him, it's a foul. I don't know why he doesn't drive more. He would be shooting at least 15 free throws a game.
Bro, what's the point of going to the gym, big man?
That's what I'm saying. This literally, I don't know, man. I don't know who his mentor is, yeah. Like Paul Pierce, I hope, yeah, to be honest, yeah, I can't expect Paul Pierce to be given what IQ takes, but like he needs to speak with someone who's
Damn.
gonna tell him you're
The
the truth,
barometer
man.
of fuck you 3.
Yeah, that was yeah. Why did he do that, bro? Like, there's no one just tell him, bro, the percentages. Like,
It's a lot.
did he forget last season, bro? Oh my god, last season. Remember last season in the playoffs? We were just hitting threes, clank, clank.
Yo.
Oh my god, yo, Leon, you're not lying, bro. Man said, no, you know what it is, yeah, Leon. I don't even think it's Rashford, yeah, because the thing with Rashford, yeah, is yeah, at least Rashford, he can do something, he can do a little bit of something with the left, you know. He can't do, and he's literally like Anthony. He's Anthony, actually. It's like,
Anthony. Nah, I don't think he's like Anthony, dude.
No,
I
when I
mean,
say Anthony's like really just one-footed. He's just one-footed, essentially. Like, that's what
okay,
he is. Any
but I mean,
player, go ahead, bro.
at least Jalen's like a proven star, man. Anthony, he just like he has a big price tag and he's done.
All right, Ziyech. We'll say Ziyech at Ajax. We'll say Ziyech at Ajax, innit? Ajax,
Sure,
Ziyech.
sure, that's fair.
Because the thing with Rashford, yeah, is that at least, yeah, he has some left foot in it. He can use his left foot somewhat.
Yeah. Also, he can pass a little now too.
No, he can't pass for him. Sorry,
Just a
he's not
little bit,
passing.
come on,
I feel
man.
so sorry for Hoyland. You know that guy's not. No passes. No one wants to pass
Hoyland,
to him.
I don't
He's
know.
playing on the wing.
I don't know what they saw in Hoyland, man. He's like a great value. I don't know why they even.
Yeah,
purchased
man.
him.
Listen, I'll take him at Chelsea, bro. Bro, I would have
Oh,
taken him at
you're a
Chelsea.
Chelsea fan? Hey, bro, thank you for not believing in Joao Felix. I'm a Barca fan, by the way.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll be real. In the Premier League, he's not cooking. I'll be real. I came to
Yeah.
that conclusion a long time ago.
Nah.
But also with the players he was playing with last year, he was not cooking. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yo, I can't believe, man. I don't know what happened to Mount. He's not playing either, but obviously, it's
Man,
crazy.
Mount
you don't
is-
know what happened to him, or you should know what happened to him.
No, I know what happened to him, but I'm just saying, like, you know, the career trajectory is kind of crazy. He's getting McTominay is getting picked over, you know. It's Ericsson getting picked over.
Hey, that's Scotland's captain to you, man. What the hell?
All right, Alam, you're a Man U fan, right?
No, I'm a Chelsea fan as well.
All right, you both are Chelsea fans.
That's
man.
how you.
Yeah.
Right. I forgot. Man,
I'm
look,
a big
just-
Barca fan, you know. I actually watch Barca quite regularly too.
Nice. The thing is, man, I'm so happy Joao panned out finally because I was always a Joey believer, like ever since he joined Atleti. So just to see him balling now, man, it's beautiful. Man.
It's good to see, man.
Man.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
Hey, me and this other guy in our group chat that we have for the channel we're on at Sarcasm City, bro. Whenever Chelsea would play, every morning we would say it's Jow Day. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Every single day, and
my
they cooked
God.
us. They cooked us.
Big up
They
C1,
cooked us
big
all
up
season.
C1, man.
Shout out C1.
Oh
They
man,
cooked us every day for the Jow Day. So now
I feel
you know what I'm
bad for
saying?
y'all, man. I feel like the Chelsea jersey is like kryptonite for some players.
For attackers, 100%.
That's why you have to go. That's why I have to do the OKC way now. You know what I'm saying? You have to go back to basics now. You know what I mean,
Yeah.
we have to do all the superstars.
But also,
Literally.
to be fair, I mean, I think I told this to Alam a long time ago. I think it was the first time we talked. The roster hasn't got much time together, like as a whole unit. So you got to take that.
Exactly,
I feel
yeah.
like they can be a world class team. It just needs time. Think about what Arsenal did. Think about how bad Arsenal was for a while, even though they did have the prospects and everything. So I think
Well, what do you think about the players themselves, though?
they are good. I really do believe that core they are good. They're just not used to playing with each other or in this new system. A lot of guys they come from different leagues, you know, like I mean Enzo's playing fairly good, but he comes from a different league, you know.
Exactly.
Modric, I believe in. I think it's Modric or Modric. I don't know. I believe in him though. He is coming into his own, especially with the goals. Now he's finally, you know, popping off the top a little bit. You know, there's the saying.
No
in
look
football that-
goals now. He graduated to no look goals.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Like once a player scores a goal, you know, it's up from there. Same happened with Chouameni in Madrid. I think it was the coach who told him that, you know, like you once you get past that first goal mark, you know, you're away. I mean, it even happens at the lower levels too. Like in my life, it's happened. You know, I start a season off slow, then I score a goal, everything goes back to normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it goes for a lot of these players. You know, a lot of these guys are super young. You know, they don't got much experience playing football. You know, so just for them to get used to themselves is going to take a little bit of time. Also, you do have to get the right coach, but I don't see why not Chelsea can become a world class team and a dangerous threat in a year and a half, 2 years time.
Yeah, I honestly, I honestly wonder. Like I said, this season probably is going to be a working season. Like in the sense
Absolutely.
that I already said, like Jackson probably what 5 to 10 goals, probably Mudryk
Oh,
5 to 10 goals.
Nico, you watch La Liga probably more than either of us. What do you think of Nico
Yes.
Jackson?
Oh, Nico Williams.
Jackson,
No,
the one
Jackson,
that came to
the guy
us.
from Villarreal that Chelsea signed.
Oh, Nico Jackson. Look, I mean, he does have some promise. I'm not gonna lie. I think we gotta wait and see with Nico Jackson. I mean, look, Villarreal's farm is excellent. I'm not gonna lie. So
Yeah.
he might be a threat, but I think you could kind of take him with a grain of salt. Maybe he might be very slow at the start, like Cucurella, for example. Now Cucurella's coming up to his senses, but I don't know. I mean, at least when he was in Villarreal, I wasn't that sold on him. But
Yeah.
we're gonna have to wait and see when he's in Arsenal.
Yeah, man. To be honest, you know what Chelsea's like, bro. I'm already hearing they're trying to buy Ivan Toney or something like already. So they're probably going to buy the
It
striker.
moves quickly. It moves quickly. Victor
Yeah.
Osimhen, you are a blue.
Oh man, not gonna lie, I want him in Barca, man. Like
But to replace obviously
Lewandowski, man.
Lewandowski, man.
I mean, look, Ferran Torres. He is finally, I think he started investing in crypto or something. and,
He's asked, bro. I'm sorry. I refuse to.
He's so
I have.
trash.
No,
I actually have.
this-
Look, he's not hoops, man. He's not hoops. That's
I
what
was
I'm
a hater, but this season he's a different man. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you're saying Ferran Torres to the moon?
Ferran Torres, not to the moon. Maybe maybe he might get to the atmosphere, maybe. But
That's fair. Okay, I get
yeah,
it.
like he has mad potential. Like he moves very well. He has a good mentality. The problem with him is he switches off during periods of the game, which I find very concerning. But look, like the dude is a good, like he can be a really good player. The thing is, he has to keep instilling that killer instinct he's picking up in this season. Uh, I don't see why not. I think Xavi has helped him along very well in his mental game.
Yeah.
Let me see how much he's producing. I mean, he has this season? He has a total of 4 goals in 11 games.
it's an 11-point game.
Oh, yeah. I don't think the Lakers are gonna pull out with this one.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
One-
Ferran can be a surprising player. I do believe he has the talent to do it. But as of now, I want Osimhen to replace Lewandowski, just in case that Ferran really doesn't get to where we want him to be. Also, I don't think Ferran can play in the wing that much as Xavi wants him to play. Of course, Rafinha is hurt. There's nothing you can do about that, but I just can't wait for him to come back. To be honest, I can't watch Ferran in the wing too long.
That makes sense. That
yeah,
makes
man. I
sense.
can't lie to you. His wing play, bro, is actually
It's not that good.
it's
Shout
not
out
great,
to
man.
Shout out to Joao Cancelo though for
Is he
giving us
hooping
a-
over there, man? I've been hearing good things about Jao. I haven't heard that much about Cancelo though.
Dude he's actually world class, man. Like I wasn't sold on him when he was in City or when he was in
Bayern.
Juventus?
Bayern. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I saw a lot of games in him, and I was like, I don't know, he looked restricted out there. He tried to create, but he didn't do much.
Yeah.
I mean, he comes here, Xavi gives him the space. The dude is bringing the ball up from down the lower end of the lower third. Up. He's also been very clutch. He's won us at least like 2 games thanks to
Yeah.
his contributions. Great creator, but he cannot defend to save his life.
Yeah, he can't defend.
Oh yeah.
At all. Like
Yep.
dude is actually not he. I don't know, dude. Like
He's like
Jorginho.
Zinchenko, bro. He's Zinchenko, bro. That's what he is, bro. There's no other way to put it. That's what he is, literally. And they played that fullback position, but reality is they're just playing somewhere in midfield, really. You know what I mean? He just playing with a back three.
Someone who I do need a little more from, actually not a lot of more from. He has been serviceable at least, but Gundogan. I don't know what's going on with Gundogan.
He's second season, but he's the second half of the season. You know what I mean? First half, he's not.
I see. All right, that's fair. But
But
yeah,
that's
I
what
like.
he was like for City.
Also, I don't know how y'all feel, but I feel like Barca this year is an actual threat to win the Champions League.
All right, listen, come on, big man.
It's a dangerous squad, man.
Tranquilo, bro. Come on. Listen, you've got a
Look, the
few good
thing is,
players, but I don't know about UCL. Like UCL, too early for that one.
I'm very critical of my team. All right, like
I think last 16. I think definitely last 16 or quarters, but I don't think UCL threat per se.
look, barring any injuries, it's a dangerous squad, man. Like the defensive, like
Has Pedri actually? Is Pedri fully fit yet? Because I haven't
yeah,
actually.
Pedri's he is healthy. He's able to play the next game finally. But just I feel like we have one of the best defenses in Europe. We have a world class midfield, and we have an above average offense. So yeah,
That
like
defense, Christensen,
no.
Araujo.
I mean, you can just have Cancelo, Araujo, Kunde, and Balde. Because
Right, you don't rate Christensen. Like, I feel like Christensen.
Christensen is amazing, but like I like playing like I like playing at least 3 defenders at the bottom at all times. So that's why you can send Cancelo up front, and I think Xavi likes to do that too. And you have 3 Ferraris in Balde, Kunde, and Araujo. The guys are extremely fast. They can get back on D. I don't think
Fast.
I've seen any like super fast defenders beat them out that much. They're both incredibly smart. At least with contrary to Joao Cancelo, Balde can actually defend a little bit and he can bring the ball up. So I think that's probably one of the best defenses in the world when they all play together. If you go ahead and look at the stats, I think they do have, at least in advanced metrics, they're always 99th to 95th percentile in recoveries, aerials. Corner defense is great. When teams are counterattacking, they're prepared always. So yeah, I don't see why not this team could actually be a Champions League threat, just because starting off and the defense is incredible. Not to even talk about Ter Stegen, which he's balling out this year and last year.
But yeah, that is definitely true. I feel like what, you've got a great team, definitely for sure. Got a quality team. We'll see what happens, man.
We gotta see.
The Real team right now, bro. I don't know, man.
Real's a really good team. They're a really good team, but they have a problem. They have no number 9.
They have no number 9. I know.
No number 9.
That one. But the thing is, I don't know what is going on with their team because, like, they're getting Endrick. I think at the end of the season, that's when he's coming to them. Yes. And apparently, rumor is that Mbappe is coming there too. So
he's like, Mbappe is a toxic girlfriend. All right, he is staying his ass in PSG.
What, you think he's gonna resign a new contract? Yeah, is that what you're saying?
Of course. He always does.
They're just gonna show up with more. That's what they do every time. Whenever he's about to leave, they show up with more.
They're just gonna give him 25% of Saudi Arabia's land. He's gonna be cool with it.
They gave him a piece of the Qatari wealth fund, if I'm not mistaken, in his last contract.
There's more pieces. There's more pieces where that came from.
This guy said there's more pieces.
There's more pieces.
You can't let go of Mbappe like that. But yeah, the problem with Real Madrid is you have all these beautiful players except Carvajal. Then you have Joselu at the 9.
I can't believe the Joselu trade, man. The only way Joselu could have. I honestly thought Joselu was going to be the backup, and then they were actually going to go out.
Wasn't he at Newcastle or something?
Huh? Yeah, he was at Newcastle at one point in time.
Joselu,
Mike Ashley's Newcastle to Real Madrid.
There has never been a time where when you think about the greats, you even think about the above average of the football world. Joselu never has crossed my mind. He's fodder. He's FIFA fodder. Come on, man. Come on.
He's not even lying, bro. He actually you get him in the gold packs, man. He's a gold pack.
He's a even worse Alvaro Morata.
Oh my! I actually hate Morata so much, man.
He's so bad.
We're Chelsea fans. We have a right to.
Dude, bro, I even watching Atletico at times, and bloody hell, man. He actually he's one of the few strikers, other than Lukaku, who really gets the raise out of me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's actually nasty. But I'm surprised they didn't go for the thing. If they went for Kane, that would have put them up for Mbappe, innit? That's the thing. They should have gone for Kane.
They should have gone for Kane, or even Osimhen. Or even Lukaku.
Osimhen's gonna cost you 150, bro. That's the problem.
Even Lukaku.
Even who?
Lukaku, he was right there.
Come on, bro. Let's relax, man. He's not. Let's not besmirch Real Madrid's name. You know what I'm saying? This guy. I think Real Madrid need that drama.
I know you got beef.
Nah, I'm just saying. If I'm Real Madrid, yeah, I don't want that toxicity, bro.
I see.
He's toxic at Inter. He's toxic at Chelsea. He's toxic at Man United. It just ends badly, bro.
I see. Look, if I'm Real Madrid, I am doing everything in my power to get rid of Nacho. Nacho has to go.
Faz.
Carvajal has not been good since like 2016.
And Mendy does not have a function. You know what I mean? Function.
Ferland Mendy plays with 2 right feet. All right, he can't tie his shoes right.
Not even just right feet, bro. He doesn't even have hamstrings, bro. He's always getting a hamstring injury.
He has the worst hand-eye coordination in the league. All right. Okay, the best thing Ferland Mendy can do, I have to give it to him. He is a power horse. You know, he has the physicals. He can run the whole game. But that's about it, all right? Dude runs all gas. He has no finesse whatsoever. Okay.
Hold on. Yo, Ahmed, did I hear you say before that like you wouldn't want Lukaku at Real Madrid?
Yes.
Here's the thing, right? The thing I don't think you're understanding. Lukaku and El Chiringuito, I think, is the like duo that we need in our
Chiringuito.
We need that crossover. We need that.
Oh, y'all are up to date with El Chiringuito?
We know, we're familiar.
We're familiar
I'm not here watching every day, but I'm familiar.
Man, I love that's probably my
favorite. I have them on Twitch, you know. Sometimes because like I have their Twitch, so sometimes when I do the Watchalong, I will like press it to see what they're saying. Yeah. They seem to be saying some funny stuff, bro.
I don't know if you guys have cable, but when I don't know what time they go on your time zones, but actually it should be good for you. It's just you live in England, right?
Yeah, I live in England.
Oh man, it should be a perfect timing for you because if you understand Spanish, that is really good TV. Except they do have a lot of clickbaity
so articles, that's what it is. The clicks. It's the clicks.
It's crazy. Like they talk about Mbappe. They had me convinced.
Mbappe is actually legendary.
Yo, they have some of the greatest clips ever, though. Like the clip of the guy after Real Madrid gets bounced out of the Champions League against Chelsea of him just staring at the camera for like
and Hazard's at the back.
Seconds. Yeah.
Look, that's my goat. That's my goat. Look, once y'all know when Hazard, he put on some pounds.
Yeah.
He had a little beer gut. Actually, the dude brought in a sandwich cart to the set with like Hazard pictures and stuff like that. He was serving sandwiches to everybody.
Oh my god!
See, that type of stuff gets out, and it's just like I'm like, wow, I wish I understood Spanish because I feel like this is quality television.
Oh, it is hilarious, dude. Like the dude has a messy Bible and everything. Like the players love him. Like the players, they see him in public and they recognize him. Like during I think it was in 2018 when I think they won La Liga back in 2018 or something like that. And he went to the parade. The players were just like signaling him out from the crowd, telling him to get on the bus.
Oh my!
See, this is what I'm saying. Can you imagine if they had Lukaku drama going on with a program?
That'd be incredible. That'd be incredible.
Oh my god, bro! Like he actually is so delusional. Like I saw his quotes. Yeah, I think it was an international break. Like saying, "I'm not saying I'm on the same level as LeBron, but I want to, lead the footballing guys here to be able to speak their minds and stuff like that." I was like, oh my god.
Imagine him going to El Chiringuito to just kick Chelsea's back in. That'd be so funny.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Thing is with these Chiringuito reporters, man, they get the most slimiest quotes. You can't slip up one word because they will put out a whole 2-hour special on you if you say something wrong. Like these people are menaces.
And Lukaku lives to say something wrong. So this is that's what I'm saying. This is the perfect crossover.
It would have been great because they overanalyze everything.
Lukaku, he's got some incredible quotes. I don't like to talk about stuff. You know what I'm saying? That'll be 2 days ago. Today.
Can you imagine the 2-hour program that they would run on Lukaku and Megan Thee Stallion had that been a thing? If he was there?
He fumbled.
My God.
He fumbled.
Yeah, man. That's how I felt when he fumbled in the final, bro. You know what I mean? He was, that final was that he had was generational. it is the biggest generational fail comp I've seen in my life, bro.
The World Cup.
No, the UCL final against Man City.
No, I know the UCL final, but the World Cup too. That was rough, bro.
Bro, man, listen, man. He actually has had terrible. He's been terrible.
You gotta feel for him, to be honest. Like,
I don't.
Listen, no, I don't feel anything. You know, I was at
Nah.
I don't think Nico understands it because there's a backstory to this. Yeah, I was at his first home game. Yeah,
yeah.
I went to to go watch against Aston Villa, and before he even came to it, I was like, you know what? I don't mind if he comes or anything like that. I was watching him. You know, I was there chanting his name when he was scoring those big banger goals for us and everything. You know what I'm saying? And then he had to do that in TV.
That's that match going fan emotion. I get it. Yeah, for those who aren't familiar who are watching this, Ahmed is a match going Chelsea fan that has his own channel talking about Chelsea, which its name is there on the screen, the Bridge 258. So if you're unfamiliar with Ahmed, go check him out on the Bridge 258. He's out there doing like damn near daily Chelsea streams. So go check that out for sure.
Man, much appreciated, bro.
Yo, I got something to say real quick before we continue.
Yeah.
I need you to pull up that Nuggets box score real quick.
Oh, say less.
I need you to tell me if Nikola Jokic is a human being.
He's him.
29, 13, and 11.
You know what, man? I was getting called a lot of names on Soccer City NBA, but I was saying that Nikola Jokic is him.
Oh,
you know, it really wasn't about the basketball player. It was just about like the fact that you were a Boston fan, so they got on you for the fact that like you shouldn't be like you should have to be white to be a Celtics fan, right? But then like whatever. And then when you jump ship to Denver for another white superstar, they were just on you for that.
I'm sorry, man. The black guys need to step up, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
God
damn.
Oh my God.
Man need to step up. It's really as simple as that. You know what I mean? You know. Hey man, if he's letting me down, you know what I mean? That's a fellow centre brother that could have cooked this last year, but you know, he decided, you know, once I've won the MVP, my career's over.
Speak on it.
Yo, he actually is a fraud. You know? He's looking so fraudulent right now.
Philly is a disaster waiting to happen. 100%.
I can't read. You know what, man? When his box score of 13 points here in like in a game winning in which he had to win that game to win the series. Bro, you know, we talk about Harden with 11 points, but him, that is crazy.
Insanity.
Crazy.
But honestly, like, also shout out to everybody else that's hooping on Denver because KCP has 20, Jamal Murray has 20, and Aaron Gordon and Porter have 25 together. So, like, they're getting their typical Denver game where Jokic gets his and make sure everybody else gets theirs as well. That's what's so troublesome about that team. Like Jokic makes sure that everybody else eats too.
Great work, MBJ.
Michael Porter Jr. got a little double, but I mean 2 for 9 from 3.
Yo, he's continuing that run that he had last season when he was just bricking it in the finals for threes. Yeah, that's 2 from 10. He's 2 for 10 now. He just missed another 3.
He's 2 for 10. Oof.
Irrational confidence, man. He's the irrational confidence
he's
shooter.
My career player, and I stand by it.
Oh my God, man. Hey man, LeBron losing to the Nuggets again. 12 points. How many points did he get?
LeBron made 21 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. He shot 1 for 4 from 3. He missed his only free throw. Had the tied for highest plus minus in the team. Everybody played subpar after like early fourth quarter. I think everybody imploded. Yeah, man. I mean, Cam Reddish had a good game. Kinda. I mean, he shot 50.
Oh yeah, I forgot that he's on the. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Lakers have got so many guys that are like, you know, role players.
Gabe Vincent is on fraud watch from day one. I feel bad for him because social media is going to be crazy. He missed 4 threes. He took 4 threes. He missed them all. He shot 2 for 7 from the field.
Oh my Lord.
He had 2 turnovers and minus 17 on the plus minus. God damn.
Not a great day at the office, mate. Not a great day at the office.
I feel bad for him too because he had all this hype and Like if you play
They were
bad for the
saying he's
Lakers,
gonna be replacing D'Angelo Russell, man.
yeah.
Hey.
Thing is, if you play bad for the Lakers, Twitter's gonna be on your ass from day one. I already see the.
Oh my god! Have you seen those Lakers faces? You know what I mean? Those Lakers
yeah.
faces, bro. It's crazy, man.
I already see the welcome to China memes for Gabe Vincent. I feel bad for him.
Yo, those are great, man. I have to say, you know, like
Yeah.
in football, they've changed them from like time to learn Chinese to like time to learn Arabic now.
Yeah. Saudi League basketball, man. I can't
Exactly,
wait.
man. Oh, that's
I
actually
feel
pretty
bad.
cool, man. Honestly, but I'm surprised about how bad they're doing. To be honest,
I mean, it happens. It happens.
it's first game anyway, man. It's first game.
Yeah, it's the first game. People love to overreact in the first game, as we will tomorrow.
They're gonna be cooking them now.
Man, I'm telling you, Scotty Barnes has a stinker tomorrow. I don't know, bro. Someone's gonna have to come see me.
They were cooking him for the whole of last season, man. They were saying, "What happened to Scotty, man?" You know what I mean?
Bro, I can't be seeing Michael Carter Williams comps again in my timeline. I can't, man. I can't take that disrespect.
Listen, man, you need to hurt, man. He's rising this season, man, because you need him to rise.
Yeah, I think he's going to. I really do believe he's going to take that leap. I mean, he played really good in the preseason. I know it's preseason, but the dude he does look different moving around the court.
Yeah.
Man, I can't have my players on fraud watch, man. Like,
Hey, man, when the players are on fraud watch, it's not easy, man. I'm telling you for sure, bro. It's not easy, man.
I could I know coming from a Chelsea fan, bro. I know that must be.
It's not easy, man. It's not easy, bro. I'm telling you.
Especially, bro. Premier League fans are, man. Premier League Twitter is a sight to see.
Premier League Twitter is toxic, bro. It's just toxic. You know what I'm saying? I watch a lot of French league on the side.
The Kai Havertz discourse going on is insane.
Oh,
the Agent 007 is crazy.
Yo, they already got that for Highland, man. They're saying
Yeah.
he's about to be 007 already. So that's
British
crazy.
media, man. British media is something else. I'm telling you.
Was it Leon says, what is the Scotty Barnes allegations? So essentially, it's because obviously he didn't do as well as he did last season. And like I felt like people were maybe expecting him to improve upon his first season in the league. And the way he's been cooking has been cooking great. I think there's also like something about the threes, isn't it? He's not been shooting that well from threes as well.
Mostly with Scotty Barnes, the biggest problem with him this last season was he kind of stagnated. Like his production, he didn't play worse. The thing is, people said he played worse because he didn't take a leap. He stayed linear through the first two seasons, which is a little bit concerning. He had some great games, but he did have some stinkers. Like he had games where he scored like 3 points and had no assists nor rebounds, and he played like 38 minutes. You know, like he had those type of games, and his games where it felt like he was either lost out there, had no confidence, or just didn't know what to move, didn't know where to move, didn't know where to be at sometimes. But the games that he came up, he looks like a different person. He dominates the game, uses his body more. He even shoots well. There's some games where he does shoot well from beyond the arc. But yeah, absolutely. The biggest problem with Scotty Barnes last season was he stagnated in production. He played a large amount of minutes and he didn't produce more points. I think he got slightly a bit more rebounds and assists, but that was about it. And coming from a guy who just won Rookie of the Year, that's going to be a disappointing thing for a lot of people, 100%. Especially with also, he had a super slow start to last season. That's when most of the Michael Carter Williams discourse was going on. He had a lot of stinkers, but it happens, man. It happens.
Hey, man. At least he's not that guy on the Rockets. You know what I mean? The number 2 pick from 2 seasons ago. His production has been bad. Oh my god, he's actually been terrible.
Yes, man.
Yeah, games pretty much over. 119 to Denver, and the Lakers 107.
What did I miss about these Scotty Barnes allegations? Did that get prompted by a conversation, or did Leon just put that there?
Leon just
No, I was talking about like we were talking about players getting disrespected or something along the lines.
Oh yeah.
I talked about like I can't handle like the Scotty. Like I was saying, if Scotty Barnes has a stinker or a season opener, man, like someone's gonna have to come check on me, man. I can't take the disrespect any longer.
I hear you. I'm kind of right there with you. Like we know what he can do, bro. Like it's time to see it consistently.
Yep. It is time.
But
Who was in his draft class, by the way? Who was in his draft class?
Cade Mobley,
uh,
Jalen Green, Jalen Suggs, aka
Franz
DJ
Wagner.
Augustine,
Hmm.
Ron Sengun, Giddy. That's a great draft class, man.
That actually turned out to be quite good.
Yeah, man. I
Oh,
was
it's-
looking at NBA posted this infographic.
it's one of
where
the better draft classes.
Absolutely, that's a great.
It's better than the listen, man. The Zion draft class, yeah, that's 2020, innit? That's looking terrible, man. That is looking terrible, bro.
Also, the Giannis draft class is also a stinker, man. I think.
Flipping heck, man. Like
But
the
look.
6, you know that 16. I think it's-
Oladipo number 2 overall, I think.
Mhm. That 16-17 draft, the 16 draft and the 17 draft, yeah,
Great.
high quality. Then I don't know,
Absolutely.
man. 18, 19, I don't know if 18 or 19 had that great of a draft class. To be honest.
Look, here's the thing with the Scotty Barnes, Kate Cunningham draft. There was this infographic that the NBA put on that like tomorrow all the top 5 picks from the draft are gonna play tomorrow, and there was the photo with like the lineup of all the top 5 picks, and everybody in the comments was like, "Damn man, Jalen Suggs is ruining the photo."
But actually, though,
Like Jalen Suggs is actually like, I found it funny because like, you know, at the start of his rookie year, some people were already like saying, "Oh, he's gonna be DJ Augustine," and I was like, "Nah, he's gonna be good." But the dude is DJ Augustine. It's incredible. Like, there has been a rebirth.
I can't believe how wrong I was about that guy. I cannot believe how wrong I was
Yeah.
about that guy.
We all got scammed by a college half court shot. Let's be real. That's where we all got scammed.
Listen, man, I'm telling you, man. Listen, you know what, man? I've said this before,
Actually,
man. You know what, man? You know, I feel like NBA college, yeah, is similar to like the, football like Twitter's version of like, the highlight reels. When you're watching these guys, you know what I mean? When you're in the transfer, in the transfer market, look at these guys. Oh, you can do that, you can do this, you can do this. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then when they actually come to you to play, they're just failures. You know what I mean? Busts.
I agree.
nah,
I
like
agree.
college highlights are definitely like South American League comps. You know, it's a slippery slope.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Absolutely, bro. Guys
Oh
like
my
who's the
god.
guy that's coming to Madrid? I know Endrick is the one. Oh, Endrick
Or like Victor Roque for you guys as well.
and Victor Rook. Like they're either gonna be world class or they're gonna be Bojan. Like,
Oh my.
Yo, this is real too. Gonzaga scam artists. For the most
absolutely.
part, they're scam artists.
Absolutely. Is that they play a very not talented division. That's why they always get those like huge.
I'm surprised that you guys
stats.
don't have like a college like sort of like thing similar to like a league thing in the UK because they
Yeah.
do that for the under 80s and under 20s where they actually just
Yeah.
play the actual league itself. but,
Everybody
like,
plays each other, right?
Yeah.
Yo, Alam, I got a question for you. What was your reaction when you saw Mr. Adam Silver go to that podium and say with the 4th pick, the Toronto Raptors select Scotty Barnes?
Yo, I was hurt. I was so hurt.
Same, bro. Same.
Because you know what it was,
Why?
right? It wasn't just the fact that like it was a random guy, because I could
Bro,
tolerate
Kyle
that.
just left.
It was the fact that we took somebody that, yeah, it was the fact that we took somebody who couldn't shoot, right? Who literally, I looked up Scotty Barnes' scouting report. They told me he's a 0 level scorer.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, no, what is like? We drafted a guy who can't score, who can't
Yeah.
shoot. Literally, they told me like basically expect like best case scenario, bigger
Draymond
Draymond.
Green.
I was like, but
Yeah.
we don't have Steph and Clay.
Exactly.
Yeah, facts.
Look,
So I was
I'm not
like,
gonna lie,
this
though.
sounds like the worst player ever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was bummed out. Like, dude, like I even said, let's go, Suggs. And then Scotty Barnes. And I'm like, oh my fucking, like my dad was laughing because like he knows I'm a big Raptors fan. And I was sick to
was
my stomach
hurt.
until I went on Basketball Reference. I looked up Scotty Barnes and I saw it was like, bro, it was like Jesus Christ coming out of the shadows, bro. Like I saw the PG that he was a point guard. I was sold, bro. I was sold. Cause like he looked huge next to Adam. So I'm like, dope, bro. We just drafted like another like Siakam project, bro. I'm gonna like it's a wraps. We're done. But then I saw he was a point guard, man.
So you know what it was for me?
What? What was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, is Alam
Alan?
like delayed? I think he's delayed.
Yeah,
I think I cut out again.
Yeah,
think
Yeah,
I
bro,
cut
you were
out
like
again.
delayed,
Am I
right?
back?
you were like lagging, big man. Yeah.
Bro, like I
Oh,
finished
true.
talking to
Okay,
you.
the connection's bugging out.
Bro, I finished talking to you. You were like, yeah. And he was like, what?
Damn. Am I back to normal?
Yeah,
you're
you're
back
back.
to normal
You're back. So you could whatever you said in the last 15 seconds, you can repeat it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh no. So basically, what it was for me is that there was a guy who projected Scotty Barnes to the Raptors. I went back and I looked up what he had to say about him, and basically he was like he's completely misunderstood as a prospect, and he actually has potential to be a very good player. So then I did some more research there, and then when I saw him in summer league, I was like, oh, he's good. And then when I saw him score 30 against Boston on his second game ever, I was like, oh, he's actually good. And that's really when like everything was building up to that game against Boston, and then against Boston, it was like, okay, we have a guy.
Yo, but that first summer league he played against New York, tell me that wasn't like, you weren't sold by that game? I feel like I was head over heels.
I was definitely sold by what I saw. I was just telling myself like summer league gas, just like stay level headed.
Yeah.
It was a game against Boston where I was like, okay, exactly right. Game against Boston, I was like, okay, I have no reason to stay level headed anymore. This is a guy. Like this guy can actually he's not a 0 level scorer, right? That was my thing. Like that tag stuck in my head for a long time. But once he beat the Draymond allegations, I was like, okay, we might actually have a guy.
Oh, it's crazy. Let's talk about Draymond allegations, Oh my lord. Yo. What is it? They were treating Kelly Olynyk like Dirk. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah, that happened at Gonzaga, 100%. Masai only knows how to get lengthy defensive wings. That's his bread and butter.
I feel like he has a little fetish.
Yo, you know what it is though? It's like whenever he tries to draft other players, he messes up, right? And then it's like, let me just go get a lengthy defensive wing to that's an easy bucket for me. That's a get right shot. Like, let me just go take my favorite shot, get some momentum back, get my confidence up, and then I'll try other things. Like, so that's what it is. Like, he falls back on that whenever things go bad.
When all else fails, just get some lanky guy, bro. You do the rest.
If in doubt, just go back to basics.
100%. What did you think when we drafted Grady?
Oh, when we drafted, I laughed. Like, to be honest, look, I didn't really do that much homework on guys like Kobe Buffkin, or Huchefino, or whoever we were projected to get. There were like 7 guys that were possible.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I thought Grady Dick, we weren't even gonna get him actually.
That's how a lot of people felt. Yeah.
All the mocks had him, and then I laughed because haha, funny Dick. Then I see that dude come out in that Wizard of Oz suit, and I'm like, yep, he's here. Masai cooked again, bro. Like I was like, hey, he's a shooter, so I'll take him, and he has the personality. So I said, why not? Why not have him?
Yeah.
Like, people were mad in the subreddit that we didn't take Kobe Buffkin. Thing with Kobe Buffkin is like, I'm just gonna speak on like this is gonna be a very unserious commentary, but the dude has no presence. Like I see him, he looks scared all the time. I don't know what's wrong with him.
You just don't want somebody that's shook like that.
He looks shook all the time. Like you look up his mugshot, right? You look up his media day mugshot. He looks shook, straight up.
You shook at the photo shoot?
Exactly, bro. Like, I mean, he's probably a baller, but like, I don't know. He looks nervous.
The thing is, right? The thing about a player like Buffkin, like, and this is what happens with a lot of lower level players. Like, you got to realize it might look like a guy's cooking at a lower level, but a guy who basically like his game is having the ball a lot and taking a lot of shots, he has to be pretty good to have that role in the NBA. And if he's
Yeah.
not that good, he then has to do a lot of adjusting to adjust his game to a smaller role. The thing about Grady that was good is his role perfectly translates to the NBA. What he was in
Absolutely.
college, he's going to be in the NBA. So my thing with the Grady thing was like, I thought, so there were a lot of trade rumors throughout that whole draft, right? So in my head, I'm thinking, I was like, this pick might be a part of a trade. We're going to find out right here. So draft night's going on. And I don't know if you remember, but Shams had every pick, like 3 picks in advance. Except ours, right? So we're getting closer to our pick, and I'm looking at the timeline. I don't see anything.
No Shams, no Woj.
I don't see nobody has the pick. Then it gets to Toronto's pick and nobody has the pick. I was like, oh, we're definitely this means we're trading this pick. Guaranteed, right?
Yeah.
So I'm expecting a trade, and then I'm like, okay. Then the clock runs out, and I'm like, what? This is crazy. And then Silver is going up. I'm like, yo, we made this pick.
Damn.
And then he says Grady Dick, and I'm like,
Sure.
oh.
Do you
Again,
think it might be a last minute one? One of them ones where they were still unsure. Even that
Bro,
5
you know, the biggest sign to me from the whole thing was that nobody is tapped in with Masai. If nobody had the pick, that means nobody's tapped in with Masai, which was relevant information considering that at the time we were doing our head coaching search. And Nico, you know how like we didn't have a head coach at that time.
Exactly too. So I'm like,
Right?
what? This doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. So I'm looking at now, I was like, this makes sense why nobody knows what's going on with the head coaching stuff, because nobody knows anything about anything. But that's the thing. I didn't know much about Grady because, again, people weren't really linking him to us. They said that he was going to go earlier in the draft. Exactly. So I did my quick little research on Grady. I was like, okay, he fits exactly what we need. My bigger thing was like, this feels like we're departing from Vision 6'9", which makes sense and which is good.
He's 6'7".
But to me, it's like, okay, facts. He's 6'7". But he's 6'7", no defense. So like he's not Vision 6'9". So I'm looking at it like, oh, I think he has like a negative wingspan too, or like it's even. But yeah, so I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, cool. So we departed from the vision, which is cool. But now this really pisses me off about our last year and a half because we just did that for nothing. We did, right? So it was like a bunch of mixed feelings. But honestly, what sold it for me was when they gave him a phone to talk to Raptors like socials. And when he talked about Drake, I forget what he said, but the way he talked to him, it was so casual. It was like,
he was cooling.
I can't wait. I can't wait to meet you, as in like I'm giving you the opportunity to meet me. And like, you know, like when he did that, I was like, okay, this guy Grady might be a guy. He might be a guy.
Look, also,
and that's my thing with Grady. Go ahead.
A good friend of mine, he's a Bulls fan, and he was like, "Damn, bro, y'all finally have a white boy." And I'm like, "We finally have a white boy." Like, bro, every team has that token white guy. We didn't have that token white guy.
We actually didn't, man.
Did we have like Sam Decker for like half a season, bro? That's not gonna work.
And Jakob Poeltl doesn't count. Jakob Poeltl doesn't count.
He does not count. So we needed like,
because it doesn't fit.
Exactly. Like we needed a good old Grady Dick, you know, like a white boy shooter. Every team has a little white boy shooter. Why can't we have one?
You need a wholesome white boy shooter that like people just like his personality, like for like more than they should. That's what you always need, and now we finally have one.
We decided to pay out. The Celtics decided to pay theirs. You know, I mean, this year. You know what I'm saying? Pritchard got his little payment. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I can't like the Lakers just keep on like getting second round what guys that just turn out to be like competent white guys for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. Since LeBron's come in, you had the guy that's out with the Bulls now. Now you've got him. Now you've got I just literally forgot his name again. Who they had recently? Austin Reeves now.
Austin Reeves.
I don't know.
I just feel like the Lakers' game plan for every year is that, well, we don't have any first round picks until 2038. So we might as well just focus on all the lower end prospects while everyone's scrambling for the first round.
You know, they just show the stat line for Jokic. Jokic, already has 106 triple doubles. He's one away apparently from tying LeBron James and Jason Kidd for fourth of all time.
He's insane.
That is crazy, bro. How many does Westbrook have? I know Westbrook is the leader, right? Westbrook is really leading the line for that one still. That is crazy, man. Yo, man.
He's putting his name on that record, bro. That's his record, and it's gonna be for a long time.
Bro, Westbrook has got 198. So he literally, bro, he might be happen next season. It won't happen this season, I think, but next season will happen.
Yeah. We have to see, to be honest.
I didn't do a fantasy basketball draft this year. Nico, who went
Yeah.
first overall in your draft?
Okay, so there's this guy in my league. Actually, I don't know. Can I screen share here? I can pull up the draft if y'all want.
Yeah, sure. It's up to Arlen, of course.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know if you can hear us though.
Yeah, I can.
Hello, big man.
Yeah, if you can, I mean, I think you should be able to.
Yeah. If
We'll
share-
figure it out. We can figure that out later. But the first pick, it was Luca, and I was taken aback.
Am I back? Am I back?
Oh,
yes, you
yeah,
are
yeah,
back.
you're back. You're back. You're back.
My back?
Oh, I don't. I mean, he's saying I'm back, but I don't think.
He keeps us repeating it like he's recording the radio.
Oh man.
Hey, the Lakers, though, white teammates of LeBron that hustle get insane amount.
Hey man, LeBron needs a white boy by his side at all times. Bro, he had Matthew Dellavedova. He had Birdman. He had what else did he have? Bro?
I'm thinking, yeah, he's that
Caruso, Austin Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
Alon, welcome back.
Yo,
Yeah.
the internet is bugging out. I'm glad this went through this during not a Raptors game, so I can.
Oh
figure
yeah,
this out.
for sure.
Luca, first overall in your draft. That's cool. That makes sense, I guess.
Nah, the thing is, Jokic went second overall, and I'm going to get second overall tonight. Jokic just had 116 fantasy points against my ass.
Damn.
Yeah, but third pick. Actually, let me look up the draft order real quick. Draft recap. So, third pick was Giannis. Fourth was Embiid. Fifth pick was Jason Tatum. Sixth pick, I was the sixth pick. I was pissed because I don't like being the dead middle pick. You're gonna like this one, Alam. I picked Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with my first pick.
Sensational pick.
Absolutely. That's gonna be my guy.
So who's your overall fantasy team that you've got playing for you today?
Oh, for me, no one's playing today for me except Kevin Looney. Bradley Beal was supposed to play for me.
Yeah, that's a Toronto Hoop Talk favorite right there. That's
He is looking like crazy today, man. Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
lord, yo, he's like 30 seconds behind us.
Wait, hold on, let me type him. Hold on.
Yeah, let's type it in private chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Golden State Warrior game started as well. They're actually playing Chris Paul, Looney, Steph, Clay, and Wiggins as their five. Nurkic for the other team is Nurkic. Who is this number 8? Actually, let me check who they got as their starting five. Grayson Allen.
Oh yeah, they got, man. Look, Phoenix has a squad, man.
Bloody hell, they may have actually. Nurkic got a squad and won. Nice.
Oh, they started. All right. I got Kevin Looney on my squad, so I need him to play like he's never played in his life.
Wiggins already got a foul. No.
Who you got tonight? Oh, Stephen Curry just made a 3 casually.
Yeah, man, this guy, man, he actually, man,
Yeah.
man, I actually hate him, man.
You hate him? Why?
Well, I don't mean like hate him as like not his skill set.
Oh yeah.
I just hate him because he's just too much, man.
He's
You
so
know what I'm
good.
saying?
Bro. He's so good.
He's too much, listen, man, I know people like cuss out Messi and that stuff, bro, but this guy, man, he never misses, man. Guys,
I agree.
give the other man them the chance, to score. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Because yeah, he's too much. He's him.
Yeah.
Oh, Looney just got blocked. Damn.
Yeah, it's not good for
Man,
me.
it's not looking good already, mate. Damn. Yeah, they got they got Okoji, Durant, Nurkic, Allen, and Booker. Do you think? But I'm interested to see how Bobo plays for that team. Because at Orlando last season, to begin with, he was actually getting some decent minutes. He was actually playing quite well, but then I don't know what happened. Just went really quiet for him. Oh, I think I am the only one here now who exists. So hey ho. Am I lagging? Well, guys, here I am, yours, one and only, the host with the most, the Rich 258, holding it down for everyone. Obviously, the score we're watching now, the Phoenix Sun game. It's currently 5 apiece. Durant makes it 7, nice little floater, and here we are, 7-5 to Phoenix. The other guys will pretty much be back quite shortly once they all sort out the internet problems. So I'm here in the meantime to give you the real sauce. The raw sauce. Oh, 3 just been missed. Devin Booker brings it up. Dribble past Wiggin. Okoji. Nurkic against Wiggins. Tries to hit him. Durant. Grayson Allen wide open. Misses. Koji's able to get the ball. Durant. Booker 3. And it is 10-5. So they're actually playing some very good heaps, you know what I mean? So Koji's playing quite well so far. He got Steph. Oh, Steph. Oh my lord. Misses the 3, but that was man, he is him. I can't raise it up in it because I haven't got the ability to do so, I'm afraid. You're gonna have to put on Arlam, Nico. I'm so sorry, Brisky. But that's all. But yeah. Then Booker's able to get the N1 quite literally. So, he's been able to cook there pretty much against Steph. Steph was trying to be a bit strong. Gets the foul on him, I'm afraid. Well, that's pretty much it so far. It is currently 12-5. Devin Booker's pretty much, this guy's free throw percentage is like pretty much 90 plus. Yeah, that's it, man. Cash money. I will. But here we go, man. But guys, obviously, you're in chat, give us some questions if you want to while we're talking. That is beautiful play. That was beautiful play by the flipping Warriors. That was sensational, man. Yo, he was cooking there, man. Nice little pass, bounce pass into there. That was like a number 10 sort of play.
Oh God, this is my last trip. I try everything. I moved it. You can see this place is a lot worse for the background, but it is what it is.
Hey, bro, you good? You good?
You're good, man. You're good, man.
I'm good now. I'm hoping it lasts, but yeah, I moved literally. I'm at a spot right now where I'm right beside the router and I'm beside a TV where I can actually watch the game like on a proper stream. So you know what I'm saying? Doing nothing illegal to make this work.
Good
and
take,
I'm
good
at
take.
8:20 in the first quarter now. So where are you
Same.
guys at?
Same, literally.
Yeah.
We're just seeing the free throws taking place.
I'm gonna write out the first quarter and then I'm gonna head out after the first quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yo, hold up, Ahmed. Do you plan to watch this game?
Probably until the end of the first half, probably because
look at Ahmed riding out in the UK for the first half.
Because I don't have work tomorrow. I don't have work tomorrow night. That's why I'm able to today. That's the luck for me.
Nah,
I was gonna say.
Hey, that's the reason why I was able to watch these games.
Yeah. So like tomorrow I'm working from home. So like no bullshit. I wake up about 15 minutes before work starts.
Faz.
So I'm good to stay up. But shout out to everybody that's still tapped in with us, man. We appreciate you guys for sure. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Um, yeah, we'll be doing a lot of these this season. A lot of basketball to talk about. It'll be a fun time. Obviously, if the Raptors are on, you know, there's a very good chance we'll be here. But we'll be doing the occasional non-Raptors stream. We'll be streaming Sixers games here and there to hate.
Absolutely.
Watching those
shit
guys,
like
hate
that.
watching them is sensational, man.
Yeah, 100%. We're gonna hate watch that dumpster fire of a team. But the Suns are up early. So that's good.
Devin Booker's good at basketball.
Oh, indeed, man. He's actually just definitely solid at this sport.
Yo, I'm looking right now at Lakers Twitter, bro. They're talking about AD disappears in the second half.
Yo, I saw that too. Yo, one of my boys texted me. He's like, I can't believe I had to watch that AD disappearance act instead of watching Wemby on opening night. And like, he's been texting me all week. He's like, yo, I can't believe the NBA fumbled. They fumbled Wemby on the opening night.
They should have opened with Wemby.
Bags.
I don't understand why they didn't do that, to be honest. Like, I understand like Lakers, Nuggets, stuff like that. That would have worked.
Like, yo, here's the thing, right? This game is cool, but I'll be so real with you. I don't care about Chris Paul versus the Suns, man. That's not that interesting to me.
Yeah, I don't think that's much of a like comeback story or anything. Like, I don't think they got bad blood.
We don't care.
Yeah, for real. I don't think there's no bad blood, to be honest. Like,
you know, I was actually going to ask this question because, like, I just realized the in-season tournament is this year, right?
Yeah, the Copa del Rey.
I don't know what when does that happen? Is that not to happen in like
during the season?
2 to 3 weeks? No, was it mid-season?
Like 2 weeks. I think it's like 2 weeks.
So, like, are we still playing the 82 games, or are they considered like a part of the 82 games? Like,
nah. So they what's it called? It's technically 78 games that are scheduled for the regular season, factoring in that 4 games at a minimum will be added, and then any more games played than the 4, so the knockout stages, basically, they're gonna take those games out of the regular season going forward. So, like, if you play the Nets in the knockout round, then one of your games against the Nets in the remaining schedule gets taken out.
Yo, this guy, man, he's mid-range.
Fun concept, though.
But yo, shout out Given Losa, who was here randomly during a Raptors preseason watch along. For like 2 hours, who doesn't even understand or like basketball. It was pretty great. He had the most random commentary, but it was very funny. And then also, I went back and watched that Fan Call-In show on Sarcasm City, and I saw him on stream. So I was like, oh, this is him. So I put a face to the name. But shout out my guy. Yo, who won? I mean, I don't know if you're talking about basketball because then you start talking about AAFC. But the Nuggets
I actually
won?
hate EAFC. I hate the EAFC.
I haven't played it yet.
It's actually, bro. It's actually. I'm being serious when I say this. The script for this game is actually broken.
What happens? Like if you're ever up 2-0, you like guaranteed you lose.
It's not even just that, bro. It's like you can't play through the middle anymore in the game.
Yeah.
You have to play through the side. I'm not a championship side. I'm not a low block team. Like, why am I playing through the sides?
That's mad.
Literally no interlinking play. And like, you probably see my YouTube videos, and I've been playing legendary and career mode. Chelsea are actually unusable.
Hey, by the way, guys, I'm gonna take this opportunity. That there's a timeout. I'm gonna head out. I got college tomorrow.
That's all right, man.
Do your
Take
thing,
care,
bro.
Hey, bro.
Appreciate it.
I'll be here tomorrow for the season opener. We're gonna watch Scotty Barnes become prime Magic Johnson.
Facts.
Oh,
yeah. So hey,
real
I'll see y'all
hoops
tomorrow.
in the building.
Hey, man, have a nice one, bro.
Take it easy, bro.
Bye.
Yo, so here's the thing, right? I haven't actually seen any of your streams, but I saw the clips that they put in the group chat.
It's bad, bro. It's bad. You can't use Chelsea players in the game, by the way. Like, it's actually ridiculous. Because I usually play legendary mode, one of my new career mode.
Yeah.
But like, the AI is crazy.
Yeah.
The game itself, like, like I think 90% of the players are like silver to low gold cards, so they're basically unusable in the game.
Yeah.
Like Buddy Show's unusable in the game, for example.
Jeez.
Isasi's got 49 pace.
Is the physics of the game much different?
Yeah, the problem is a bit of that, and it's also the fact that they're using the what's the word I'm looking for? The Frostbite engine. You know, the engine that was in the worst the game, 19, 20, 21, and 18, but to an extent.
That's tough. That's tough. Yeah, I figured that there'd be something that goes wrong with EA's first game on its own without FIFA, but
it's not even that they have anything with FIFA. You know, the script is the same.
No,
The only difference is that like the only difference is literally just the logo and the name. They only have the naming rights. That's what they were buying off FIFA.
Yeah, nah, I know, but like also what's it called? I know, like I figured that they have the like they have all the like mechanics of the game, but I figured that they would try to do their own thing. Now that they kind of have like it's their game now, I figured that they would do too much to try to just like make the game their owners, whatever. Um, and like that's what it seems like. It seems like they just changed too much for no reason. I feel like if they just kept the same blueprint, it would be fine.
Yeah. It's honestly like the physics engine is crazy. It's very bad. That's all it is, man. I don't know, man. Until they fix it, it's cooked.
The problem is they didn't have to go their own proprietary physics engine, but were stubborn. It's true though. It's true. Like if like anyone here that's ever been interested in Madden, like that game hasn't been good for like a good 8 years. Like I don't know any other EA games that really get played like that. But yeah, they obviously don't have an NBA game. I don't think anybody plays NHL. They're just terrible. They just really suck.
They just have like a majority market on all of the top games. That's what it is, bro.
Yeah, Kenyon. I decided to do a stream during like the opening games just to celebrate the beginning of our glorious NBA season. But yeah, so that's why I'm here. We also talked a little bit about just the NBA as a whole and like a few different teams. So if you have any teams that you might want us to talk about or you might want to talk about in the chat, we can do that. But yeah, just celebrating the opening games of the year.
Durant 3 misses.
The Unreal Engine is much better. Friend is in the industry. Interesting. Celebrating the beginning of the end.
Bro, Warriors, man. What do you think about the Warriors, by the way? Because I was like, I feel like, yeah, with the current squad, with where they are, it feels like they're just like a playoff team.
Yeah, I don't know. When I look at the Warriors, I don't really understand the vision. I don't get the vision with Chris Paul in the starting lineup. As for everything else they have going on, I think it's fine. But my whole thing with the Warriors up to this point, right, prior to where they are right now, I've always thought that they're kind of at some point going to pay for the fact that they haven't invested the minutes in their young players to properly develop them. Because I felt like there was always going to come a time where they need those young players to supplement their core as it ages. But they had to make the decision between, do we give those young players the minutes they need and let them develop at the price of maybe contending now, or do we contend now and compromise development of our young players? And that's the decision they opted for. And I think they're at a weird place now where like it would be nice if Kuminga was more developed. It would be nice if Moody was more developed. They obviously don't have Wiseman anymore, but they're in a weird place, I think, because I don't think Chris Paul helps. I think Chris Paul's at a point where like terrible player to have defensively, and then offensively, I feel like I heard a lot from Suns fans talking about how he slows the ball down when he's on the court offensively. And the Warriors' whole thing is about pace. So yeah, I think it's all bad when it comes to that. I don't think that's a. I don't think the Chris Paul move is a good move.
They
I think
also
the bigger
lost that guy Paul. I'm saying, I know maybe they wanted to move him on and everything, but they've lost a guy that maybe you could argue, yeah, he had a bad season last season. Maybe
that's the thing. I feel like that was it was a personal issue, right? And I think like that's the thing with what they have going on is like getting rid of Poole was about a personal thing, like getting him out of there and getting an adult in the room and Chris Paul. Like that's the first two things I think that came to mind when it came for trading for Chris Paul. I don't think basketball was a part of the decision at all. I mean, like it was the third thing. It's getting rid of Jordan Poole was one, getting an adult in the room was two. What Chris Paul actually does on a basketball court was number three. So that's my thing. Like, I don't think that it actually made sense from their standpoint. I'm gonna look at the box score right now to see what we have in the way of an early rotation. Let me see.
Because we're about to bring in Saric, by the way.
Oh, geez, they started tiny. Yeah, so I think this is what he's talking about here. Think about how small the lineup is. They have Wiggins at the 4, Looney at the 5, and then Chris Paul, Steph, and Klay Thompson outside. That's crazy. And then their first sub that they made was Kuminga in for Chris Paul, which I think, like, you sub Chris Paul out 4 minutes into his Warriors career because you realize that the lineup with him is too shaky.
But surely you would have realized by now that, like, I feel like, you know, we've had preseason. I even feel like, you know, with like a bit of hindsight, you would probably realize that's not gonna work. I just don't understand why it's starting.
Yeah, no, I don't understand it either. I think Chris Paul off the bench with guys like Kuminga and some of the other players that they want to play, that makes a little bit more sense. But starting him, I don't get. And this is why, like, I looked here because I'm interested in seeing what the rest of the bench lineup is. Kuminga is the first guy out. I'm assuming Dario Saric is going to play.
Yeah, he was on the sideline literally before
I'm assuming Gary Payton's going to play. I'm assuming Corey Joseph is going to play, but that's a 4-man bench lineup. Now I'm looking at Tracy Jackson Davis, who I actually don't even know who is.
Oh, I don't know who he is either.
Brandon Podziemski, which I think is a rookie, and then Moses Moody, who they've shown no inclination that they want to play him. So I don't know what the bench lineup is going to be. I don't even know if it looks good without Chris Paul. I don't know if the starting lineup. I don't think it looks good without Chris Paul. I don't know if the starting lineup looks good with Chris Paul. I think that move is just going to happen at some point. I don't understand
the
why
depth is the issue as well. Like,
yeah,
when Fingy's out. When Steph needs to rest, for example, who are you bringing in to, you know, replace him? Yeah, you can say Chris Paul, but like you're starting him literally. So it's a bit difficult, man. Even Klay, like Klay for Kuminga, maybe something like that. No, even that doesn't work. Like I feel Draymond, man. I don't know, man. Draymond fucked a lot of stuff up, man, for that team. He has fucked that team, honestly. Yo, man. Honestly, I don't understand why they just not like, you know, cut ties with the brother, man. They should have just cut ties with him, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
the day the Warriors play the Nuggets, it's over for them. Yo, the day they play a lot of teams, it's over for them. You could say Nuggets, you could say Suns, based on what we're seeing right now, and it's early, but Bradley Beal isn't playing. I feel like when they play the Bucks, it's trouble. Like they aren't in. Like you have to put them in the contenders tier just because of Steph, but I really don't feel confident about them hanging with a lot of those teams.
You just literally banking on, as you said, Steph and that championship DNA, maybe. You know,
yeah.
That's
Steph and like the know-how of how to win.
But like for me, the know-how of how to win can only take you so far. Like, you know, man, it can only take you so far, honestly.
Yeah. Because I think now this lineup, we got Steph in the bench. So it's Steph, it's Gary Payton, it's Moody, then it's Saric and Kuminga. So Saric is your backup 5 right now, which I don't think is #good.
That is a stinky lineup. I'm so sorry.
But it's just like, this lineup should get cooked at the rim. It absolutely should get cooked at the rim. I think when they sub Steph out, it'll be interesting to see who they put on or how they manage this. But like, let's say you're gonna sub Steph out and then put Corey Joseph in to finish off this bench units lineup. It's a stinky lineup. This is only viable because you can like spam pick and pops and pick and rolls with Saric.
Kaminga's been
But
getting
yeah.
a lot of the ball though. I'll be honest. I don't know if you've noticed. Kaminga's been getting a lot of ball touches. I don't know. I don't know if they're trying to like
He
guard
needs
the.
it. Like he needs the opportunities, man. He needs the development.
But this is what I'm saying, man. Rush development. I know you and I were speaking about this last season about they brought in, they have Paul, they have Kaminga, they have Moody. I feel like last season should have been the season if Mr. Green didn't start swinging. You know what I mean? That could have been the season where they could have actually took and could have been given that time to learn their trade. But
Yeah.
now you're really just trying to rush the development to happen. You're trying to essentially force it.
Yeah.
But then it also comes down to is the coach as well, you know what I mean, Steve Kerr. Is Kerr is he like a win now coach? Is he almost like a Conte? Or is he
That might be the case. That might
do
be
you
the
know what I'm
case
saying?
where he can't develop young talent.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because we haven't really seen it, bro. When he's had obviously you've seen Wiseman when he came in. He's now in Detroit.
Was that G? No, that was Moody. That's a good play by Moody there. The steal and to get down the other way, and then he almost gets another steal right after. Is that Eric Gordon?
Yeah, Eric Gordon.
Cool. Every time I see Grayson Allen, I go, "Oh yeah, Grayson Allen's on this team."
I'm just waiting for the shithousery to start. That's what I'm waiting for.
Ha.
But yeah, man. I would say if do you think maybe time to move on from Steve Kerr even maybe?
Well, it's tough. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know because I think it's just come too far with him and the core of these players that you transition away from Steve Kerr when you transition away from these players. I don't think giving Steph, Draymond, and Clay another coach is guaranteed to necessarily do well. And then also, if the issue is that Steve Kerr's a win now coach and can't develop young players, if you're going to make a coaching change to go towards a guy that develops young players, how does that really work while you have Steph? So just think that you transition away from Steve Kerr as you transition away from the rest of the team.
How many has Steph got left on his contract anyway? I think it's another 4 years, I'm assuming.
Let's look it up.
Probably. If that's the case, then if it's 4 years, maybe you give another season or two to the championship run. But then when he's around about 2 years left on him, you cash out, get the first round picks that you want to get for him. Because in my opinion, he's probably the
3 seasons.
That's what I'm saying. Damn. So next season, honestly, for me, if you don't see any success this season, you might want to do what you did, the Portland did with Lillard, where you move him on, bro.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep him, and I think they're in a situation where, unless trading Steph puts you in a very, very good position for the future, you probably don't do it because then also what do you get for a 35-year-old Steph Curry? Because if you look at what Portland got for Dame, right? Portland had made that move because they have to make that move, right? But I don't think the pieces they got for Dame are going to necessarily put them in the position that they were in with Dame. And I think the same would hold true for a team like Golden State. If they were to trade Steph, I don't think those pieces would necessarily put them in as good of a position as they are with Steph. So I think unless Steph talks about wanting out for some reason, which I don't think is the case, I think he's made it pretty clear that he wants to do this warrior shit for the rest of his life. If that's where he's at, you just roll with it. But also, they did make a sub. Steph is out for Clay. And that same bench lineup appears to be playing along them. Moody with a 3. Moody's had some good bench minutes, man. Speaking of development, this is what... Okay, so Chris Paul's on the court as well. So they took off Gary Payton and Steph. No, Gary Payton... Yo, who...
No, it's Gary Payton, Saric... Gary Payton, Saric, Clay.
Kuminga.
Oh,
They subbed off Kuminga and Steph, and they brought on Clay and Chris Paul. Okay, so then this is a 4-man bench unit, and they stagger the substitutions to make it work. That's interesting. So, looking at Draymond, that makes sense because when Draymond comes back, there's your 10-man lineup. Interesting. So I guess when Draymond plays, that's probably Chris Paul to the bench then,
Yup, probably. Then who? Because
because it's not Looney, it's not Wiggins, Clay, or Steph. It's not Clay.
because you can just get Draymond to just bring the ball
Surely
forward.
it's not Clay.
I mean, do you want Draymond to bring the ball forward for you? I mean, I know you can play make.
Yeah, nah. Hey, these have been some pretty good minutes from the Warriors bench, to be honest. I think the bigger thing is how bad the minutes have been for Phoenix's bench, but
Yeah, the tall guys in the number 14. He's not been doing quite well today.
yeah, he's not.
And the thing is, man, Eric Gordon, man, I'll be honest, man, he's just a cone when it comes to defense, man. Let's not defend. No defense.
Good steal by GP2.
I can't lie, man. I've been seeing the KD box score, by the way.
Nah, well, for this game?
Yeah.
Let's see. There's zeros, aren't there?
It's a lot of maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, the 2 for 6? 2 for 6?
Bloody hell, 2 for 6, you know. I was looking at that, man. His shooting has not been great so far.
You're right.
0 of 1 for 3 so far. He's got 2 assists though, and 1 rebound.
Yeah.
The thing is, man, it's a big season for him, you know. I'll be honest. You know what I mean? It's a very big season for him too. He's one where you need to, you know, at least get back to some level of productivity a bit more and be a bit more efficient with your shot. Because, you know, if you remember in the Nugget series, that guy was not efficient, bro.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay, from half court, Eric Gordon misses. So 28-28 after the end of the first quarter. That's solid.
That's a very solid quarter.
That's a solid first quarter, man. Even game. Phoenix looked like they were going to get off to a hot start, and they did. And then their bench tricked off the lead. Let's look at their rotation.
I'm actually interested. What do you think about Bol? Do you think he's going to have that much of a effect in that team?
What team is he on?
The Suns.
Is he playing right now?
He's not playing right now. That's what I was asking you. Because, like, he's not played yet.
No, I don't think he's going to have any impact on the team, like the way things have gone for him. I just think there's an issue somewhere. Funny you say that, right? Because I heard somebody say today, dead serious, right? This guy was like 45, so maybe he's just a little bit delusional. He was like, Wembanyama is just bull with marketing. And I was like, my goodness.
Oh my god, that is crazy, man.
This is one of the worst takes I've ever heard. But I think like with Bol, right? And this is the thing. I've heard a lot of people say this, and I've heard Gilbert Arenas say this. I've heard real basketball people say that Bol actually has great ability. Like literally, he just does not care. Like he just could not be bothered about sports. So like that's just if that's where the player's at, right? Like who cares about his ability and how good he is? If he just doesn't care, it doesn't matter. So that's what it is. Like he's healthy right now. I just looked at his name on the depth chart. It doesn't show an injury designation. He's healthy right now, and he's out of the rotation. And he's out of the rotation on a team that doesn't have the greatest depth, and he is a player that has ability. So that means that whatever the issue is, it still persists. He's just not that guy. So I think he's gonna have zero impact.
Yeah, because like I was remembering early last season, he was when he was at the Magic, like, and there was like he was producing some stat lines over there, and like people like saying, "Oh, is he coming back? Is he coming back?" or stuff like that. And then clearly, nothing happened.
No.
Durant hasn't been efficient since Bucks lost in the semifinals.
Oh yeah. With the Nets, when he turned around and made that shot, but his foot was on the line.
Yep.
Yeah,
bro. I've even seen him in the off season, bro. This guy went on like like how I'm player's choice, right? You know those guys that do the NBA stuff on there. He went on to one of those guys' Twitter spaces, and they were asking him questions. I don't know if you saw that happen in the off season this season about him He actually is a joke, man.
That's
Honestly,
so funny.
he actually is a joke,
Yeah.
man. Honestly,
Nah, he's a funny guy, man.
he just needs to focus, man. You know what, man? If he does, do you think it looks very bad on him, in my opinion, if he doesn't win a ring post, what's it called, Warriors, bro? Because he's the one that forced the trade to leave the Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it does look bad, but at the same time, like, do you think the Phoenix Suns are favorites to win the NBA championship?
Not right now, no. I wouldn't say so.
That's what it is. Like, it sucks. It would be bad. He would hear a lot of criticism for it, but at the end of the day, like, it's not like if they don't win a championship, it's like he did some colossal failure, like on the basketball court. It's more just like the conversations off the basketball court. People are gonna give him shit because people don't like him. That's fine. I understand it. But we know that Kevin Durant, like, he's still very good, but he's not the version of himself that, like, his most dangerous version of himself. So I don't know. Like, I just don't put that much on his shoulders at this point as a guy who's literally like a second option, who's on his way down, on a team that hasn't done well in a long time, or ever really. Like, I look at Phoenix and the weight is on Devin Booker's shoulders. Because I think he's the one that carries the most weight. And to be fair, like, I don't think last year in the playoffs he did anything wrong. I thought Devin Booker did his job. I thought KD was good. They just didn't get the job done because of, like, the rest of their team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. Like, again, I understand like, based on just the way people talk about athletes, why people like cook KD if he doesn't win a chip here. But also, like, I just don't think he'll be the problem either. Like, it's just a tough middle point. Yo, I kind of agree. Like, I think they run into trouble if they play Denver. I think they might run into trouble if they play Milwaukee. I think they might run into trouble if who else is relevant? Honestly, those would probably be the teams. So maybe I look at them and I look at them as like the third favorites.
If the Clippers are healthy, you think they run into trouble? If Kawhi actually plays that series and PG plays that series fully, for example.
What do you think about the series when Kawhi was playing last year? Because I thought it looked like the Clippers were going to win.
They were looking like they were going to win as well, but like.
So then maybe you put them behind the Clippers. I just don't know if what we can count on. Yeah, I'm not going to count on them. But again, if we just take for granted that they're the best version of themselves, then they're at 4. Then Phoenix.
Mm-hmm. Because I think man for man they beat the Lakers for sure.
Yeah.
Because like, even if, let's say, they do somehow magically get to the finals,
yeah,
I still think Milwaukee can beat them. I think in a 7-game series, and I think I actually, and ironically, I think they would probably be a bit more evenly matched with like the Celtics, but I feel like even they could still have a good chance of beating them as well. I would say.
Yeah, I really distrust the Lakers because of Anthony Davis. Like, that's where I'm at with it.
Bro, one game he's been great in attack and defense. The next game,
my God, Gary Payton II tried to absolutely violate that guy.
What's another in it?
Basket.
Yeah, I saw that, bro.
Wow, like, he didn't make it, but that was so audacious. Then Chris Paul tried to hit the 3 in his eye. Who was number 14? These guys have no Eubanks.
Yo,
they have no respect for this guy. Look at this replay.
I just saw it now, bro. Oh my God.
Yeah, they have no respect for Eubanks.
Yo, why is I've never seen him, bro. Have you seen number 14 play? I don't know, man. Is he?
I know who he is. I've seen him. He was a bench warmer for the Spurs, bro. I don't even know why he's here. I don't even know why he's here, man.
I know Nurkic is like a liability in defense, but he cannot be this level of a liability.
Oh yeah, hell no.
He can't. Like, you need to bring him in, man. That was nasty, man. That was actually nasty.
It really was. It really was.
They're trying to hit down repeat non-stop. Crazy, man. At least he didn't dunk it in, man. That's the good news. At least he didn't
At
dunk it
least,
in, bro.
at least that guy can go home with some dignity and some respect.
Hey, man, he didn't get the point. I did enough. I did enough. You know what I mean? At the very least.
For real, I didn't get banged on.
Yeah, I was going back to your AD point. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
something I was saying about AD. Like we saw it in the finals, in the conference finals. Yeah, and against the Warriors, where you have an attacking and defensive masterclass, but you can't. The next game, he can only give you stuff defensively. Going forward, nothing. And
Yeah.
that's the thing for me. Even if the guys they've gotten now and everything, it's you pretty much got the same situation, but this you got the same backups that can at least give you the points. But like
Yeah.
they're not going to be able to give you that much productivity that AD is going to give you.
Yeah. 100%.
And then like the thing is like Jokic, man, Jokic right now, he's playing prime Jokic ball. I think I think he's entering like into essentially what is arguably his prime right now. And if AD cannot match him, then you're in big trouble.
Man, Denver, just the whole team. The whole team. That's a task gonna have to go against.
Mm-hmm.
Because it actually, like, the way Jokic makes you pay for double teaming him, like, I don't know if I've seen a player that's so clinical about that. Like, LeBron used to be the player that was, like, at his peak, he was the most clinical at punishing you for double teaming him. But Jokic is better, or, like, he's just more dangerous. And maybe I'm saying that because I've seen Denver have the right pieces around him, and I've seen the whole machine just be effective. But like the way you get punished for sending numbers and sending bodies at Jokic, it's
Bro,
crazy.
he reminds me of in football. He reminds me of like those like top tier number 10s where the moment like like they rush towards him, he
Yeah.
just flicks
He's
over.
picking the pass immediately. But also,
He's
yeah.
go ahead, bro. No, it's fine.
No, I
Literally,
was gonna say, it's like the number 10 that knows where everybody is on the pitch, right? So when somebody comes at him, already knows where the ball should be going. Already knows. That's what it is.
and that's what makes him that's what makes him unstoppable for me compared to like the thing with Giannis. Giannis is like his body is what really allows him as well as like his basketball IQ, which like allows him to do what he does. And I think it's a similar thing with like Embiid, right? But the thing with Jokic, his basketball IQ, is just it's that's what sets him apart from the other
So,
guys.
actually, yeah, there's a good point you kind of got at there without saying it, right? But like, so Giannis is pretty good at if you double team him, he'll pass to the shooter, right? He's pretty
Yeah.
good. The thing is, though, right? Jokic processes the information and makes the decision at a much quicker rate than Giannis. Giannis will take a couple seconds to realize what needs to be done. Jokic, it happens like this. It's like pure instinct. It's not instinct with Giannis. He kind of has to
Exactly.
see the court and think it through. So like while he's very good, and like again, compared to the regular NBA player, Giannis is very good because that's not a skill everybody has. But Jokic, it's just a different level. It's actually just like it's eliteness in that trait.
Man, honestly, man, and that's what makes it. I think for me, what helps to someone is like he's basically just playing point center for them. So
Yeah,
even though Jamal Murray is essentially the point guard on the team, he's essentially the floor general for them, which
yeah,
makes
yeah.
him
So, and that's the beautiful thing is that him and Murray can both do like so he can floor like Jokic can floor general whenever he wants, but when the game dictates to do so, he can let Murray do it as well. Murray can do it in short spells. So, like, just depending on what the game dictates and what the best approach is to playing the other team, they can just play basketball with the same guys so many different ways. And that's like the other dangerous part of it is like they don't have to make a substitution to play the sport a completely different way.
That's what I'm saying.
Do it with the same guys. So yeah, Denver is like they have everything we just said. Then they have chemistry because they've been playing with each other for a long time. They have confidence because they've played so many playoff minutes and now they've, actually won. So now it's a different kind of confidence because you've been there and you've done it. No moment should be too intimidating for them because they're battle tested. They have respectable depth. They have some young players. Like they just have everything you want in a team. Like I don't really know what more you could ask for in a team, and like you definitely got to give their general manager a lot of credit.
Yeah, man. That honestly, yeah, man. They got that situation on lock quite literally.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's what heat culture should be actually. You know what I mean? Heat
Ha-
culture. I'm saying they've been doing it for 7 years, isn't it? They've been doing it for 7-8 years, and it's good.
Oh, have you seen the Twitter spaces of the Miami Heat fan talking
Oh,
about Pat Riley?
no, yes, I have. Oh my god,
Oh,
I
hold up.
was,
I'm gonna find it and play it on the stream in a second for the people who
bro.
haven't seen it.
Yo, they're telling me, they're telling him to retire, man. I've been seeing some of that stuff already. Oh my god, man.
I'm gonna find this real quick. Swear to
Man,
God, I love Twitter Spaces, man.
bro, the NBA Twitter spaces, bro, they're good, man. They're too good, bro. I'm already seeing right now, yeah. The people are calling the Phoenix a 3-man team. And that's what I said beforehand. That's when you get when you get the 3-headed dragon, you know what I mean? You're not gonna get the other pieces, man. You know what I mean? There's no one else around.
All right, hold up. I'm gonna share the screen real quick. Ahmed, let me know if this audio is like audible.
No, I can't hear anything right now.
You can't? Damn.
No. Is
All
it?
right, cool.
It should be. You should usually work though. Is it like maybe on your side? Is it like not? Check if
I'll
on
be
your
real.
computer.
I don't know, but we can do this a different way because there's nothing to see. It's purely audio. So we'll find
Right.
a second way to do it. Okay, is this too loud?
No, that's perfect.
Okay, cool. Listen to this beautiful Twitter Spaces.
God, this nigga selling us dreams, striking out on Kevin Durant, striking out on Bradley Beal twice, striking out on Dame. But superstars gotta ask. Nigga, fuck that. Them niggas think ass. Them niggas just asked for this nigga. They asked to be a part of the Heat, and this nigga still didn't deliver. I don't want to hear none of that shit. All that shit was fairy tale. Barry Jackson, I got smoke for him too, because he the mouthpiece. He the mouthpiece that been selling us on these dreams, and now this nigga trying to double back. I got smoke for you too. All these niggas I got smoke for, bruh. Stop letting this nigga Pat Riley off the hook. Stop letting this nigga Pat Riley off the hook. This nigga is a Dwayne Wade merchant.
Dwayne Wade merchant.
This nigga
That is crazy. Oh my god.
This nigga just be striking out. This nigga's 1 for 32 from the fucking line. When y'all niggas gonna realize that? The nigga brought you fucking Jimmy Butler. Okay, good acquisition, even though that's Dwayne Wade. This nigga selling you on Victor Oladipo? What was left of him when we had him? What did he deliver us, bruh? This nigga brings us Kyle fucking Lowry. You fucking ski mask Hall of Fame. Ski mask Hall of Fame. This
Robbery.
broad day robbery. This son of a bitch Kyle Lowry. Oh my God, don't get me started. This nigga bringing you bullshit. He couldn't even get you no fucking role players this offseason, bruh. All this, he gonna handle it. Oh, don't worry, it's the Godfather. Let me lay down my rings on it. Nigga, fuck the rings, nigga. Niggas are not moved by the rings, bruh. Players bring players in, bruh. Pat Riley's not moving shit. Niggas is not moved by Pat Riley. This is 2023. This is not 2005, bruh.
He's not.
He is not bringing this jack forward. Get this senile fuck out of the front office, bruh. Get some real fucking management in there, dog. Enough of this bullshit. I know you niggas gonna cap for this nigga. I know you niggas throwing on the capes. You niggas been having this nigga's dick in your mouth since 2005. This nigga's fucking you all types of ways. Put this shit on Pornhub at this time. Dog, put it on Pornhub at this point, dog. The way this nigga's fucking y'all niggas' mouths, dog. Get that nigga's dick out of your fucking mouth, bruh. That nigga's garbage as fuck at his job. This nigga sucks. If Chris Greer was doing the same shit Pat Riley was doing, this nigga would not have a job. I promise you, bro.
So that is the state of the Heat fan base after not getting Damian Lillard. As you can see, a lot of discontent, a lot of frustration.
That
Dwayne
is
Wade
sensational.
Merchant, when he said that, I was like, oh, this guy's cooking something special. This is a sensational meal. When he called Pat Riley a Dwayne Wade Merchant.
But
you know what's funny though? It's not wrong, and that's that's the reason I played that is because like Dwayne Wade brought Jimmy Butler, Dwayne Wade brought LeBron, right? Like this is the reality of what happened.
And then Bosch got brought in by LeBron and Dwayne Wade.
What he's saying about players bring players is accurate, right? So that's why people actually do have to look at these things a little bit differently. Like that's what you're saying is like, oh, the Godfather, he's gonna put his rings on the table. Like people don't care about that stuff. The players don't care about that stuff.
Exactly. They're just trying to be in the best winning situation possible. And the thing is, bro, I said this before, man. Not getting Lillard is like a big L for these man. Considering what they lost, obviously Gabe Vincent, even though he had a trash game today. Obviously they lost the other guy, who's the shooter guy, whose name escapes me right now to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah. He has a Max Strus. Max
Strus as well. They lost him too.
Yeah.
So you basically lost two starters essentially, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And the 100%. Guys on the bench, you kept the other guy that was shooting really well for you, but other than that, who's left for you?
100%. Nah, 100%. It's tough. Like you have to actually look at the Miami situation at this point and say like, what happens when this runs out? Like, do you stick with Pat Riley? Do we trust what he can do again without Dwayne Wade? Because Dwayne Wade is literally now a part owner of the Jazz. Anything he could do, he's doing for Utah now. He's not doing anything for Miami anymore. So like the whole Dwayne Wade Merchant thing is gonna get funnier and funnier is if Miami really falls apart the way it looks like they might. So we'll see.
You can't even do the Kevin McHale thing where he gave them what's it called, the best center of like the Minnesota Timberwolves to the Celtics, bro. You can't even do that for them anymore, bro. Because but that's the thing. At the end of the day, when it comes down to it, when he was cooking, it was the early 2000s. We're not in 2023. He's making a good point that they need a new GM at this point.
Yeah,
also,
I mean,
you have to wonder also the way they're negotiating with these guys as well. How are you negotiating with these other GMs as well? Is his negotiation tactic, maybe a bit too crude, maybe compared to others? You have to wonder, bro.
I also think like the thing is he feels like he needs to get a deal on every trade, and the reality is like that's not always gonna happen. Sometimes, and that's the thing, like that's what the reality has showed him. He's never really wanted to make a trade that he feels like he's losing. And that's cost you all these players. It cost you Bradley Beal and Dame.
One thing I don't understand is that surely, and I mean, I know he's a smart guy and everything. Like, let's say you lose in the Dame and Lillard trade, you can probably make back what you've lost with the guys that you have anyway. Trade some of those guys away, bring in some other picks in and stuff like that, and then at least you're balanced at the very least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do that either, so. I don't know, man. I just feel like they need new management. So, but I feel like because of how much of a great guy, like a great he is, they're not going to do that essentially. So they're going to be enjoying him for a lot more longer.
He called him a senile fuck.
I mean,
it's crazy,
bro. Listen, man. Heat fans are crazy people, man. From what I've been seeing, man. But I mean, you can't blame them, innit? You can't blame them at the end of the day.
I definitely don't. Like, I understand where the frustration comes from. Like, I wish players like that consistently wanted to play for my team. That'd be so fun. That'd be so much fun if, like, my GM actually had that to work with. I
just don't understand. Like, I've always thought like Miami, fam. Yeah, I always thought like Miami had. I thought like they were one of the few ones, that you could probably say like a hotspot. I feel like people should be going to that place compared to. I know
that's the thing, but Ahmed, this is the thing. Like they do want to go there. This is what the Heat fan was talking about. Like it really is the management's fault that they haven't landed the players because the players want to go. And like the thing about the modern NBA is like players really don't get to free agency anymore. They really don't. They get
Mhm.
traded while they're under contract. So you have to get these deals done to get the players that want to play on your team. And as that guy said, Pat Riley struck out a bunch of times now. So yeah, that's something that has to be evaluated because the other side of the coin there is that like the league is not at a place where like it's unwinnable. I feel like if you put Dame and Jimmy together, like fuck the rest of the team, you can figure it out. But that gives you a shot against almost anybody, right? Because look at this the swing there. Milwaukee would probably be like it would be much worse, and Milwaukee's probably in at risk of losing Giannis. Your only threat is Boston if you have Jimmy and Dame. We've talked extensively during the stream about why we don't think Boston is a serious team. So
Yup.
you're almost like a shoe-in for the finals. And at that point, like you have a chance to just figure it out in a 7-game series. If you have Dame, you have Jimmy. Again, like of course Denver is going to be a problem, but like look at it this way. A big part of the reason Denver's a problem is because Jokic and Murray is just like two players that are going to get a lot of points or like contribute a lot of points to like playmaking and scoring, right? Yo, and Dame and Jimmy, you also have two players that go crazy. Like a
Mm.
player, look at a team like Boston. They don't actually have two. They in Brown and Tatum, they don't have two guys that can keep up. They have to rely on the rest of their team.
Mhm.
Um,
Bro, they were relying last season on what's his name? He went bold, literally.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, look at what's it called? Look at the Phoenix Suns, right? They had Kevin Durant and Booker. That wasn't enough. One
Yup,
for one against Murray and Jokic. They had to get Beal so they could rely on the rest of their team beyond the 1 and 2. There's really
exactly.
not ones and two or 1-2 combinations that can deal with Jokic and Murray. But I think with Dame and Jimmy, you got the opportunity to. So it's just like you know, that's a tough spot to be in. But I think this is a very good point. The front office is too comfortable with the current roster because they know Spoelstra will carry them to the Eastern Conference with a mid roster. And that's where that Heat fan from the space should have called him an Eric Spoelstra merchant too.
Mm.
But no, but
But the
this
problem
is
is,
this.
but the problem is though, of Joe's point is that I don't know if that's possible with the current roster they have now.
So, but here's the thing, right? That may be a fair thing to say, but the point is, we would have said that about some of these other teams where he did the same thing, right? Like we felt this way before. Now, for what it's worth, I think we're going to be right this time. But
Mm.
I've said this before, and then he ended up doing it anyways. So, like the point is valid to say that like the Heat front office probably is going to overvalue their own players because they think, look, to us, this player has this value in that they can contribute to us getting to an Eastern Conference Finals when the rest of the league might look at their players and not see the same thing because it's just materially not the case for them. It's the case for the Heat. The Heat, like, let's go back 2 years ago, right? The Heat maybe look at guys like Gabe Vincent and Max Strus and be like, these guys are valuable bench players to Eastern Conference Final contending team, and the rest of the league would be like, hell no. But into their like for them to how they look at themselves, how they look at it themselves, they're gonna look at
Mhm.
it and see that. So like that's probably a part of the reason why we don't understand how they value Hero, but they look at Hero as like, well, what can Spoelstra get out of him? What can Spoelstra get out of this team? And Spoelstra gets a lot out of those players. So the level the point about them being too comfortable, I think that part makes sense because like, yeah, they are just too comfortable in what Spoelstra can get out of shit teams because they've seen it over and over again. But the what I would respond to that and say is that like, but the thing you haven't seen him do is win a finals, right?
That's what I'm
And that
saying. Yeah.
hasn't happened for a reason because you can't because there's a talent gap. Of course, if the goal is to win the conference finals, sure, do nothing. But if the goal is to actually win the chip, then you actually do have to like get to another level from a talent standpoint. So we'll see how that goes. But
You know what it
yeah,
also is? I think
but
what hurts the Heat, yeah, is also the fact that they're playing the Eastern Conference. Sadly, barring obviously we've spoken about Milwaukee, we've spoken about Boston, maybe
yeah,
Cleveland at times.
yeah,
You don't have competition. Like the other teams, it's not the right word to use, but like they're kind of like undesirables in terms of like locations and as such. So it's a lot easier for you to get into the second round of the finals essentially compared to like the Western Conference.
Nah, that's the thing. Like, that's a good point. A part of the production that Spoelstra gets is in a weaker conference. Like, all these things are definitely relevant factors that need to be put in conversation with each other. Clay from 3 from deep knocks that down, 52-46. This has actually been such a good game.
This guy, man, you know what, man? I might stay up for the second half, man. It's actually looking good. I'll stay up for the second half. It's fine. It's actually looking quite good, man.
Yo, it is definitely looking decent. I'm looking at it like, I don't know how much I can hold strictly out of the fact that I'm starting to fall asleep, but as far as the basketball goes, it's doing its job.
I'm surprised, but again, like, you know, the way the Phoenix is playing, it's not a surprise that this is a 3-man team, and KD stinking up as usual.
No, go ahead. Okogie and one underneath the rim. I did not expect him to finish strong like that.
Yo, Wiggins, bro, that was disgusting, bro. I don't know if you just saw the Wiggins shots previously.
Yeah, it happens. It happens with Wiggins, man.
He wasn't as productive last year, but I know obviously he had that personal issue thing that he was dealing with. But
we still haven't gotten any clarity on what that was and what happened, but that was such a strange situation.
Yeah, man.
I really hope that didn't happen.
Yeah, I heard rumors. Hopefully it didn't happen, man, because that was crazy.
I really hope that didn't happen.
I hope not, man. You just gotta say you hope not, and that's just and keep it stepping. But KD currently is got 4 of 12 currently, 33% field goal percentage.
Man saying he's crumbling. He's crumbling in his Warriors return.
He just made a 3 actually right now. So he's got 5 from 13. It is, but yeah, man. I'm kind of surprised, man. You know, I was hoping he'd be a bit more efficient this season, but it's only first game in it, so maybe that's why he's not as hot.
That's a tough 3 too, if that's the one you're talking about. That's a tough 3.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
And 1 for the 15-point lead. Yo, Phoenix's starting lineup minutes have been very good, and it's the bench minutes where the Warriors get back in the game. But Phoenix's starting lineup looks good. And,
but that's what happened in the Nuggets game, though. The Nuggets, what they just did,
yeah,
they just killed the second team.
Yeah. Damn, Andrew Wiggins.
So tomorrow he's thinking, Dallas Mavericks versus the San Antonio Spurs.
Is it Kyrie, Luka, and Wemby playing against each other?
Cool. Yo, please, Kyrie, bro, don't get blocked, man.
Cool. Please. You know what would be crazy though, right? Think about this. If Wemby ever gets his ankles snatched, that would be the craziest crossover ever because it would be like a building collapses. You know,
it'd be like, whoop.
Yo, have you ever seen like in front of car dealerships, like those big, like?
Yeah, I know.
It would be like that collapsing. Yeah, it would be that collapsing. So if Kyrie can like shake Wemby, that will be an all-time highlight.
Yo, they might have to tell Kyrie chill out on the dribbles. You know, they might have to give him a PSA, man. They might have to be calling him up. NBA, like even what's his Mark Silver's gonna be like, Adam Silver's gonna be like, Kyrie, we need to chill on the dribbles. We need this guy alive for, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. If Kyrie snatches Wemby's ankles, I'm buying it as an NFT, bro. I don't care.
Oh my god. Yo, it's not even. He's got thingy Luka too to face as well. Oh my lord, yo man, man.
I feel like what's gonna happen. I feel like this is gonna happen. So when it happens, y'all heard it here first. Luka is gonna look at Wemby and see how skinny he is, and he's gonna feel like, look, I got a dad bod, I can bully him. So he's gonna try to like nudge him out the way, and then shoot with the space he created with the nudge, and he's just gonna get swatted.
What?
And that's
I can see that happen already, bro.
He's gonna feel he's gonna feel the wingspan of Wemby, and he's gonna be like, goodness, the way Thomas Bryant felt it, and he was like, oh,
Oh, man.
that video of like when he just looks at
Yeah,
the
I saw that
sidelines,
video.
like, did you guys see what just happened? Luka's gonna have that moment. So you know what it is, right?
Because you
This
know
is my thing
Luca's
about
gonna do the
Wemby.
side thing where he goes, "Eesh, eesh, eesh," and then he's gonna go.
Yeah, 100%. And just he's gonna get it swatted. So the thing about Wemby, right? I think he's gonna be like very effective initially as a defender.
Mhm.
Partially because people are not going to be used to playing with him on the basketball court. If anything, in year 2, once everybody's used to it, maybe there's going to be some regression in productivity because people understand what it's like to play against him. But like, I think everybody's going to have their moments in year 1 where they're just like, I have enough space to shoot this, right? Swat. Okay, I don't. Like, they're going to
I think
have
it's
to
gonna be the
learn.
same with Chet as well.
Yeah,
You know, him and
they're
Chet are
going to
gonna be.
learn. Chet to a lesser degree, but yeah, definitely like with these irregular players, but especially with how irregular Wemby is physically, I think everybody's gonna have to have their moment. And like, I don't know if you saw, but do you know how like sometimes NBA players, where it used to be the case where like they'll have the ball here and they'll just like rip through somebody and just get the free throws, right?
Yep.
They took that out the rules, so that's not going to result in free throws anymore. And that's so timely that they did it with Wemby, because like with how big of an area Wemby can cover in this motion, your arm is out anywhere, he can catch you.
Yeah.
Like the
I used to hate
Wemby
those
rip
because it would
through
be
would have
like
been cash. The
I used to
Wemby
hate those
rip
by the
through would have
ways.
been cash.
I'm like, bro, like what are you expecting? The guy's trying to like make
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
no one's
Oh,
touching the
it's
ball.
always been a bullshit rule that was even a thing in the first place. But a Wemby rip through would be crazy.
Mm.
But yeah, man, I really look forward to watching that again. Like one of my friends that was texting me, like, no lies. The fact that Wemby isn't playing on opening night is criminal.
Yeah, man. It's did they play Zion opening night?
I think so.
It's crazy, bro. Like,
I
I
think
mean,
so.
this guy is like probably the biggest star in Zion. Like, or maybe they're just worried like he might turn out like a Zion thing.
I'm trying to think. Like, it's also like, let me see if that game is nationally televised, because I feel
It
like
is televised, by the way. It's
ordinarily that
televised
game wouldn't be. It's at
because it's
9:30.
it's in the it's on TNT Sport.
It is
they're showing-
nationally televised. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Portland Clippers. What a stinky matchup. Why would I want to watch? Why?
No one wants to watch that, man. I don't understand.
Like, I'll watch the highlights to see what Scoot did, but I'm not actually trying to watch the game.
Yeah, he's interesting, you know, Scoot. I want to see how he does. To be honest, man,
I think Scoot's awesome, man. I think Scoot's going to be a lot of fun. I think he's going to be effective. I think he might be one of those players that like is a little athleticism dependent, but I do think there's upside with the talent like growing to complement the athleticism at some point. But like Scoot's just a grown ass man as a child. Like that's what it is. Like most people his age don't have the developed body that he has. Most people generally don't have the athleticism that he has, and then he just like understands how to play basketball. I don't know if you saw it, but did you see the game where him and Wemby played?
No, actually, no, because I wasn't able to watch preseason this year.
No. It wasn't preseason, so it was like over a year ago. It was during some showcase game where they had prospects playing against each other, and he was getting buckets on Wemby. He was getting buckets on Wemby, and it was like what you saw there was the fact that like he had a bit better of a feel for the game than Wemby did, which isn't a critique on Wemby because that's fine. But the point is how elevated that Scoot's understanding of the game was. His feel and understanding for the game was very good. So I don't know. I feel like Scoot's going to be a really good prospect, and like, I think like people are going to look at the fact that he went number 3 overall and think it's crazy that Charlotte passed up on him.
You know what? Do you think it might be like a jaw situation where people are like, because of how big Zion was?
Yeah,
like,
people didn't. Yeah, no, I agree. I think the thing with Ja, right, is like the thing that makes that situation unique is that there's a lot of people that think that Ja should have gone, or like in hindsight think that like, oh, in hindsight, Ja should have gone number 1 overall. That won't happen with Scoot, but I think Scoot, it'll be a thing where it's like Yeah, just because people were focusing on Wemby, they totally
Mm.
forgot about how good this guy is.
You know what they say, man? Usually the number threes are usually like the best ones that get
That
picked
is
anyway.
true. That is true. Number 3 is a very historically good place to get drafted. Number 2 is very bad.
Number
Michael
two is very bad.
Davis,
It's
Victor
very.
Oladipo, Greg Oden.
Oh my
It
god, man.
stinks. Darko Milicic.
My lord, it's actually. It's not nice. It's nasty, man. It's nasty.
It's really, really not nice. Atlanta, Charlotte, disgusting matchup. Washington, Indiana, disgusting. Boston, New York, hideous. Houston, Orlando.
That
Okay,
actually is gonna be
if
disgusting to
you
watch. You
like
know,
if you like young prospects, at least there's young prospects on both teams, right? But in
Mm.
terms of actually like entertainment value, no. Detroit, Miami, haram. Cavaliers, Nets, no thank you. Oh, Pelicans, Grizzlies. If Ja was playing, that'd be fire. Um, Bulls, Thunder.
man, that's just watching Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart's just gonna be told to shoot threes, in that game. He's gonna be shooting threes for fun.
Bulls,
Clank.
Thunder is Bulls, Thunder is just SGA watch. There's nothing else there. Kings, Jazz. Yo, there's actually nothing but Mavs, Spurs. There's actually nothing but Mavs, Spurs.
It's actually very bad, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on, man. These teams need to pattern up, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the
They
problem,
need
man.
to pattern up, big man.
There's
But
no other way to, man. If there is one criticism I have of the NBA, it feels like some of these teams, bro, like, can they at least be mid-table teams? You know what I'm saying? Can you at least get some level of hoops from them? You know what I mean? Can I get something from them? You know what I mean? That's the issue sometimes, man.
yeah. But yeah, people, we are at halftime. It's a 15-point game. I'm gonna call the stream here because I'm getting a bit tired. Shout out to Ahmed for being 5 hours ahead and still holding up. But yeah, I'm calling it quits. If you guys want more entertainment, though, you guys want to keep going, head to Sarcasm City's Kick. Kick is another platform like YouTube is to watch content. Go to Kick, make an account. It works very similar to Twitch. Same kind of idea as YouTube and all these websites. Go to Kick, find Sarcasm City. Ahmed, are you gonna head there right now?
I'm gonna head there right now, bro.
Cool. So
Yeah.
Ahmed's gonna be there. I think Flawless is there. Last time I checked, Jez and Daniel were there. So a lot of the Sarcasm City family will be there. Go there, check them out. On your way out, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you keep an eye out for the content. I have another channel called In Motion Football. It's connected to this channel. So if you like the NFL, also go check that out. It's been a hell of a stream. Been here for 3 hours and 20 minutes. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the content as much as I enjoyed giving it to you. I am on my way out. I'll catch you guys around. Peace.